needs resources, whether it's for stress, finances, employment, or mental health. Don't wait. Reach out.
Find more information at va.gov/reach. That's va.gov/reach.
Brought to you by the United States Department of Veterans Affairs and the Ad Council.
Asheville's #1 sports station, ESPN Asheville, WPEK, W225CJ Fairview, WMXF Waynesville, an iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human.
Now here's your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, GOLD. That's GOLD. Enter it now.
Your chance to win is at ESPNAVL.com. Good luck.
Live from the Ingalls studio,
I can't wait to play with myself every day.
the Sportsocracy.
Damn the devil to hell! Let the big dogs eat! Let them on the field!
Come get you some of this.
Fire them cannons! By golly, put more powder in those things.
He couldn't take any more disappointment.
Oh my God, the Jets killed him.
And welcome into the Sportsocracy on ESPN Asheville, 92.9 FM, 880 AM, 1400. The Sportsocracy heard everywhere you go. Around the world on the iHeart Radio app. Seen everywhere on YouTube. Just go to thesportsocracy.com, click the live video link. Subscribe to the channel. Join us in the chat. Welcome into the program today, and welcome back to the studio, Mr. Jeremy Green.
What'd it do?
Making his triumphant return from Mullet Manor, where yesterday he embarked on an epic 3-round mock draft after the Senior Bowl. Today on the program, we'll be mocking the mocks. I mean, I don't really know that I saw anything necessarily to mock about your mock draft, Jeremy.
But you know why? Because I'm a smartman. Unlike some other people in this industry who just, it's free to say stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And you say stuff anytime you want to.
2026 NFL draft coming into focus, except for two teams. Two teams still focused on the grand prize. Seattle Seahawks, New England Patriots coming up on Sunday. Super Bowl 60. It's going to be a good one. It's going to be a good one. I was sitting in here yesterday talking with our lovely friend Megan, and glad to see some familiar faces after the long trip. And she was asking me who's going to win this thing. Who's going to win this thing? And I went, look, I understand that we all feel like the Seattle Seahawks are a really good team. And I think you have to look at them as the favorite. They're the gambling favorite in Vegas. On paper, they're the better team. But I still just appeal to the gods. Can we please have a New England Patriots victory here?
Why?
Because I can't even fathom the hubris of Monday morning, an overreaction Monday, where Jeremy gets to celebrate Sam Darnold as a Super Bowl champion and probably the Super Bowl MVP.
I mean, you want me to quantify it for you? Because I can. Because my wheelbarrow is prepared.
Randy. It's still my biggest fear.
I actually already have a reel for Instagram prepared for Monday. If this goes the way I'm expecting.
Yeah.
It does involve a wheelbarrow.
Oh, I told her that I'm leaning the way of the Seahawks in my head, but my heart hopes that the New England Patriots win this game 73-3, and we just don't have to hear it anymore. Sam Darnold throws 19 interceptions, and somehow
not gonna happen.
I know it's not gonna happen. But
and I will say, Tank being on the side of New England makes me feel awful good.
I told her the one thing that I have left to do to ensure all of this is to use the Tank Spencer KOD.
Jonathan Welch, glue guy, said much appreciated, Tank. And I'm not gonna lie to you, as a invested sea chicken investor, I like it pretty well myself.
What?
That Tank's on the side of the New England Patriots.
No, I think you misheard everything I just said. I think you were listening to the part you wanted to hear.
I did.
And weren't listening to all of it. Tank really thinks the Seattle Seahawks are going to win this game, but hopes that that's not the case, which to me would already be throwing down the KOD.
Now, here's the thing. Here's what today is an airing of grievances.
Okay.
Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
And really where this came from was I'm real tired of hearing people that do what I do say just some of the dumbest stuff in the world. It drives me nuts.
Just dumb stuff.
And then Tank did one of them earlier, and I went, "Ooh, piece of candy. Let me yell at you as though I'm yelling at others. 'Cause I'm going to get you to say that stupid thing that you said. And you're an amateur draft nerd. There are a lot of us that are professionals. And there are some professionals that I go, have you ever seen a tape? Like, have you ever watched a one time ever? So we're going to air some grievances with NFL teams. We're going to air some, I'm going to air some grievances with draft things. We're going to have some hot takes. And I'm sure somebody's going to say, but when are we going to break down the game? Tomorrow, the same time we break down every other game in every other week of a 20-some-odd week season. Tomorrow will be 3 hours of Super Bowl LX. Mm-hmm. And I'm probably going to run out of things to say in about the middle point of hour 2.
Why is that?
Because to me, this game is so simple to figure out. It hinges on 3 things. And tomorrow we'll tell you what those are.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We have our first super chat of the day. It's from premature button a later. It's from Stephen Tao. It said, name one position the Patriots are better than Seattle. Can't do it. Don't have one.
Not a single one.
Nope. I mean, literally, you get all the way to long snapper, and I go, I'm still taking Seattle.
Kicker? What? I don't even know the names of the kickers.
Jason Meyer or Borregales, the kid out of Miami.
Oh yeah, that's Jason Meyer.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to go punter? We can do that too. Head coach. Who that fam said the head coach? I'll give you that one.
Mm-hmm.
Mike Vrabel over Mike McDonald, at least in just terms of depth
experience.
of resume.
Yeah.
Well,
I give him the edge in experience.
I don't know that I can go experience because neither one of them have ever been here before, and the Super Bowl is straight up different.
I mean, how much different, though, is it as a coach rather than as a player? I mean, it's the same kind of pressure.
Oh, I'll say markedly. As a head coach, the one that's getting these guys prepared, you got 2 weeks. I'm just telling you, it's different.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of Mike Vrabel's time playing in the Super Bowl, I'll give that a little credence, but it's not much. Because now it's all on you. I'll also tell you this. I keep looking at Josh McDaniel going, I've seen this before. I've read this book. I've read this book with Josh McDaniel when he has extra time to prepare. And I think you're going to see – I think by the end of the first quarter, you'll know why I've done that twice this week. Because I just have this weird feeling we're going to see New England come out and do something that makes absolutely no sense. Because Josh McDaniel loves to do that.
Mm-hmm. Tries to get too cute. Is that what you're thinking?
Could be too cute. Could be some stupid trick play that they've seen something in the tape. I mean, I got news for you. I've watched a lot of Seattle this year. If you think you're seeing a ton of habits, you're smarter than I am. Because Seattle will look at the same formation and run 5 different things at it. That's the beauty of being this multiple. Now, Nick Eamon-Warry getting hurt yesterday, I don't love that. Not even a little bit. I also know that Toradol is a hell of a drug. Know that one from experience.
What did he do?
He tweaked his ankle.
tweaked an ankle.
I will say there is a better chance that I play in this game than that Nick Eamon doesn't.
Agreed.
Because if that foot is attached to his body, he will be in this game.
Mm-hmm.
Now, is he going to be 100%? Maybe not. He might not be.
And the question I have is how close? How close are these two teams?
Nobody's 100%. Anybody tells you they're 100% right now is lying.
No. But my question is, how close are these two teams to each other, and how much can one little factor like that flip this game the other way?
Eamon makes that defense very multiple.
Right.
And if he – I feel like we're going to know pretty quick because I would wager McDaniels is going to try to challenge him very early.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Also, San Francisco, I'm starting to understand why your teams are hurt so much. Maybe there is something to that power plant or the government's putting hormones in the water. It's hurting our football players. I don't know what to do.
It's the radiation. Too many gigahertz in the air. It's dumb.
What you just said was very dumb.
What?
Too many gigahertz in the air?
Gigahertz, yeah. It's a thing. You should look it up. Science.
Yeah. Maybe you should learn a book.
Exactly. That's
Too
what
many
I'm saying.
gigahertz in the air.
Mm-hmm.
I try to side with that, and then I hear things like that and go, no, that's a dumb thing that was just said out loud.
What are you talking about?
There are times I don't just call myself the NFL draft nerd. I am a nerd. I'm a nerd with practically everything.
Yeah, sure.
There are times that people say things and I go, shouldn't have said that.
Mm-hmm.
I was watching an episode of, I can't even remember what show it was now. I think it was one of the 911s. And they brought in an AI to answer EMS calls. And then the AI becomes self-sustaining and they talk it down off the ledge. And I'm sitting here, I actually had two thoughts. My first one was, I want to call Megan right now and tell her husband this just to hear his brain hit the side of his skull the way his mind's doing it right now. And the other is, wow, we get scared at things easy as a society. You just say it out loud and people go, oh my God, what's happening? It's just immediately, even though it makes no sense whatsoever. None. Nick Eamon tweaked an ankle. Do you know how many guys have done that this year?
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot. Mm-hmm. Oh, God. Somebody on Twitter said if he doesn't play, I reserve the right to never speak again for the rest of my life. And I went, I know you're being hyperbolic, but I also know you're sitting at your house right now just rocking back and forth going, if Nick Eamon doesn't
he better play.
bad things can happen.
He better play.
It's going to be terrible.
It's going to be rough. Because that was kind of my point I think these teams are pretty close. And one thing like that can flip things.
You think these teams are really close?
I do.
I don't.
I do.
I don't. Now, are you talking about just total picture?
Yeah, I'm just talking like big picture. One little thing like that could change the whole landscape.
I'll be really honest with you, and this is as honest as I can be about this. I think the AFC sucks. And the fact that New England came out of it means less than nothing to me.
Right.
Because I'll be honest with you, and I mean what I'm getting ready to say. I don't just think Seattle wins this game. I think they're going to beat the hell out of New England. Because they're the one that came out of the tougher conference. And it's not really an indictment on New England. I think you're a flawed team that came out of a flawed conference. And the Nick Eamon thing is now have you noticed we haven't had a lot of hype on this game?
Mm-hmm.
Like, this has been the quietest I've ever heard one of these. And I think, and as I've watched the betting market,
it's because there's nothing really to talk. I mean, they're trying
very boring.
They're trying to create something out of this. Well, Drake May's got the shoulder, and he fully practiced yesterday, and like that's the most interesting talking point you can get out of this game, because there's not a lot of drama here. Plus, there have been stupid things happening outside of the game that have drawn everybody's attention away from it.
I'm looking at the betting markets. I'm looking at what I see when I break this down. I don't think these teams are particularly close. Now, there are things that can make it closer. Mike Vrabel is, he's a John Bon Jovi coach. Oh, we're halfway there. We're living on a prayer. It doesn't matter that they're better than us at literally every position.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not telling you that New England can't win this game. I don't think that's how this is going to go. But when you break it down, there's not a lot here. Both of them have a lot of players, but there's not this is the X factor. And I think I've heard every single player for New England is going to be an X factor. Mm-hmm. I've heard 2 for Seattle, which I always find that to be funny. You think this random guy who's done virtually Efton Chisholm, I've heard that one a bunch. Mm-hmm. And I even said that. He might have a couple catches in this game. That wouldn't be surprising.
Yeah.
But the thought that we're going to get here and these two teams are going to become patently things that they haven't been in the past is really funny to me. Because it never goes that way. I got duped last year. I'm not getting duped again. If New England wins this game, I'll readily admit, hey, saw it wrong. Mm-hmm. Last year, I got duped because Philadelphia was not a great team. They just weren't. They're a great defense. And what I got duped by was, great defense against a bad offensive line. Mm-hmm. That means more than I'm letting on. And the fact that you have a way better quarterback doesn't really matter if he's watching this like a turtle that got flipped upside down. Mm-hmm. I'm not getting duped this time. When I watch this tape, these teams aren't close. Seattle should win this game by 2 scores easily.
But what if they don't?
Then you get into the Sam Darnold factor of what happens if Sam comes out here and lays an egg. That's there. Could happen to Drake May as well.
Right, because where are the weak points on this team? Where is the hole? And that's why you have so many people, making these not only to, obviously create content that you'll read, because you're not going to read content if it's the New England X Factor is Drake May. Well, no kidding.
Bang up analysis.
Right. Good job there, buddy. We're looking for the Mario Manningham.
In other news, the most integral part of your car is putting gas in it.
Right. We're looking for the one outside the box guy that could make an impact, and New England has so many of those guys. Because I could see Kyle Williams doing it. I could see Efton Chisholm getting that big touchdown that flips the game on the end. They've kept it close, and then all of a sudden at the end, it's a rush to the clock.
And the thing I keep coming back to is, for any of that to happen, they have to win somewhere. Mm-hmm. I don't see a place that they win consistently. That Seattle defense is evil. Mm-hmm. And short of Sam Darnold stubbing his toe or the moment being too big for Mike McDaniel or Mike McDonald, excuse me. God, we have too many coaches with very similar names in this league. Or Clint Kubiak or whatever the case may be. If Seattle comes out here and plays the way they played against the Rams and the way they did against 49ers, 60 minutes are going to elapse, and you're going to see a seabird hoisting a trophy. What you have to look for is where are those potential pitfalls.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And we'll go through all of them tomorrow.
That's tomorrow.
That's tomorrow.
Today we're talking about other stuff.
That's right. Mainly draft stuff. You're in the Sportsocracy, and this is ESPN Asheville, 92.9 FM, 880 AM, 1400. Mocking the Mocks next.
Every weekday, this is what you'll sound like after winning $1,000 in bonus bucks.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, nice. I can't believe it.
Get ready to win right here.
Win $1,000 on ESPN Asheville.
Explore a career as a correctional officer. NC Department of Adult Correction is hiring with state benefits and paid vacation. Becoming a correctional officer can be a rewarding first step along a public safety career. Visit dac.nc.gov/cojobs.
Whether you've got a dog in the fight or not, everybody likes to throw down for the big game, and there's no place like the Back Alley Bar at Bear's Smokehouse Barbecue on the South Slope in downtown Asheville. Kickoff is Sunday, February the 8th. Come watch the game, dig into legendary pulled pork, and feed your entire crew with a game day grub package. Perfect for 4 to 6 people, packed with ribs, sliders, wings, and 4 delicious sides. Great food, big screens, and a warm game day atmosphere you ought not miss. Go to BearsBBQ.com.
And the winner of the iHeart Podcast Award is...
You can decide who takes home the 2026 iHeart Podcast Awards Podcast of the Year by voting at iHeartPodcastAwards.com now through February 22nd. See all the nominees and place your vote at iHeartPodcastAwards.com.
Audible is a proud sponsor of the Audible Audio Pioneer Award. Explore the best selection of audiobooks, podcasts, and originals all in one easy app. Audible. There's more to imagine when you listen. Sign up for a free trial at audible.com.
This is J.W. Whitley, General Manager at Parks Ford of Hendersonville. Our value of commitment. Committed to you as our customers and the community that we serve. To do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Experience the Parks Promise today at parksfordhendersonville.com.
Clarissa sells WNC as the #1 team in Buncombe County. We have the customer service experience to assist you in achieving your real estate goals. Our team offers something that 90% of listings in our market won't have, Zillow Showcase. Check us out at clarissasellswnc.com.
Sure, you know Appalachian Motor Coach is the official shuttle sponsor of the Living the Dream Tailgate Tour. But did you know that they can get you anywhere in style? Weddings, bachelor or bachelorette parties, corporate gatherings, family reunions, Appalachian Motor Coach makes the ride part of the fun. Luxury seating, climate control, and none of the stress of parking or driving. Appalachian Motor Coach gets you there relaxed, on time, and ready for the party. For more information, visit them at AppalachianMotorCoach.com. Appalachian Motor Coach, the best memories start on the ride.
The Sportsocracy.
What are you people? On dope?
Welcome in to the Sportsocracy.
We did an OnlyFans of just the things that happen in the break because, I mean, it's not that anybody's getting naked, but
no, they're definitely not.
100%. That is always said. Somewhere out there, there's an OnlyFans with 2 subscribers, and that's a really sad person.
Don't start that rumor. Chris Womack will never come back in here.
Nobody wants to see me naked, and that's sad.
It's sad. It's sad 100%. For you.
Oh, I mean, just think of that poor person out there somewhere that's like, I did unspeakable things on the camera.
Good Lord.
And nobody wants to see it.
Oh, to my subscriber.
To my loyal fan. Wonder if they send out messages that are just to Daryl. Thank you for your support. And your $4.99. It really helps me sleep better at night.
Welcome back into your daily dose of dumbassery here on ESPN Asheville. Want to take this moment to remind everybody that we are still registering you for a chance to win 2 tickets to the Duke Carolina basketball game on Saturday. We'll have the coverage of it here on ESPN Asheville. 5:30 airtime, 6:30 tip-off. But you have a chance to be there in person. So listen for the cue to call throughout the program today, or go over to the ESPN Asheville Facebook page. See the Register to Win posts and share them out and like them and interact with them in some form, fashion. And I put your name on the list. That's how this works. It's because I'm a giver. And I want to make sure that, you guys got the best tickets that we get all year. So, Duke, Carolina, this Saturday. Stay tuned. We'll have 2 chances for you to register to win coming up in this here program, and this is your last chance. We will not be registering anybody tomorrow. Tomorrow at 1 o'clock, we will do the poll, and we will let you know who's going to be on their way to check off that bucket list item. I'm jealous. Wish I could go. I mean, I'm not going to be sad that I'm sitting at home being comfortable, but
being in the building
one day, oh man, that would be awesome. That would be great. You've never been to a Duke Carolina game, have you? Nope. I think you'd remember that.
You'd be surprised. I've been to a few pretty cool things that I forget from time to time. I don't think I have. I played at Cameron.
Right.
I played in the Dean Dome.
Right.
I don't think. Now, I did see a Duke Carolina game at Granville Towers at Carolina one time at about 11 o'clock at night. Yeah, that was that's the best basketball game I've ever seen in my life.
Mm-hmm.
It was probably 20 dudes. Every one of them played in the NBA, and they were playing on an asphalt court outside of Granville Towers, and I saw it. I was like 14 years old.
Right. That's awesome.
So, in fairness,
maybe.
Yeah, I have kind of been there, for just not in Cameron or the Dean Dome.
Right. Oh, my goodness. So yesterday, Jeremy, another one of your former coaches made another move. Mike LaFleur is bringing in Nathaniel Hackett.
I'm telling you, if nobody's laid eyes on Red Sea, I've already dialed 911. I'm just waiting on somebody to say, we hadn't seen him.
Oh, Nathaniel Hackett, the new offensive coordinator for the Arizona Cardinals. And let's just give him the old Jason Garrett slow clap for that one, because, if you didn't think it could get worse than Drew Petzing, here you go. How about that dude that was like 0-97 with the Broncos? Oh, wait, they didn't let him hang around that long. Your thoughts on this marriage between Mike LaFleur, who couldn't run an offense with the Jets, and Nathaniel Hackett, who, he couldn't do that either.
Well, Nathaniel Hackett's not going to call the plays, which it's always bad when somebody gets hired and you go, well, you know why I don't feel that bad about him getting hired? Because they're only going to let him do 30% of the job. That's not good. I'll never really understand how guys get more bites at the apple. Like Nathaniel Hackett, how'd you get there? Because they never worked together with the Jets. Hackett came in after LaFleur was gone.
Mm-hmm.
I just, how do you keep getting jobs? Dude, you're bad at this.
Oh, this is the ploy to get Aaron Rodgers to come play for them next year, right? This is the he was his quarterback's coach once, and we're going to get him to come play for us.
I understand why the Jets hired him, because Aaron Rodgers had the entire franchise hijacked. You don't have that. You actually looked out on the pool of candidates and went,
that guy.
Nailed it.
Mm-hmm.
You know who will change things for us? That goober right there. That'll be good for us. Oof.
Just when you thought it couldn't get worse.
That was a shocking hire to me. Shocking hire. I saw
all of it is shocking to me, because I think you downgraded everywhere. You went from Jonathan Gannon, who I at least felt like maybe would develop into a better coach at some point. I don't have that hope for Mike LaFleur. And then you throw in Nathaniel Hackett as the offensive coordinator. Man.
You know what my first thought was when I saw Nathaniel Hackett's name? Was Adam Gase busy? Did he not answer your call when you called? Did he still down coaching a high school team in Alabama? Who you going to hire for the defense? That's what I can't wait to see. We haven't picked a defensive coordinator yet.
Right. Ooh, who could they bring back? Who could they hire to match the suckitude of the first two hires?
I'm trying to think the worst defenses in Carolina. Ajira Avera.
He's got a job.
He already has a job.
He's got a job.
Who coordinated the defense 2008 Lions? That's whoever that was. What are they up to these days? I'm trying to like the LaFleur thing. Look, this is coming from a team that we did something stupid in the last couple of days, too. It's not quite as stupid.
Oh, most definitely not. You talk about Frank Reich as your OC?
Oh, we're going to talk about it. I said today was an airing of grievances, and
right.
You can rest your bottom dollar. I have some grievances.
He's going to get to that one.
David L. said, bring in Rob Ryan. That might be the answer. Bring in Rex Ryan. I've always thought Rob was like, are they twins?
I don't think
they are either, but they look strikingly alike. I also find it really funny that at some point Rex got his teeth fixed to look like Rob's, because they both have just gigantic teeth.
Well, those are called veneers.
Sure, but did we have to get the same set?
Yes. Yes, you did. I think they only come in one style.
Gambit fan, I can't say that, but that was pretty good. That was pretty good.
So me and Andy were watching wrestling the other night, and she was looking at somebody, and she was like, why did they do that to his teeth?
Was it Roman Reigns?
I think it was Roman Reigns. Yeah, and it was like, she's like, why did they do that to his teeth? It makes him look weird. And I said, I mean, they don't really come in sizes, I don't think. I mean, you would think they do.
Oh, they do.
Well, then why does everybody go for Gary Busey? Because it doesn't make any sense to me. Like, you used to look like a normal person, and then I got veneers, and look at me.
It does always strike me when you see somebody and they're going in for the like, I'm going to be out of work for a couple days, and then they come back to work, and it's like, can you tell I got my teeth fixed?
As he holds up the white notebook paper in front of his face.
Yes, I can, because your teeth are...
Yeah. I mean, dental care is important. I just don't know that you go to your dentist and go, hey, could you give me the Sarah Jessica Parker, please?
Nobody wants the Sarah Jessica Parker. They are twins, by the way. They're
are they
fraternal
twins?
twins?
Okay, all
and
right.
I, if you've ever needed proof positive that there's a good twin and an evil twin, I feel like Rob and Rex Ryan are proof positive of that.
Okay. All right.
Because Rex currently looks like he's going door to door selling Bibles, and Rob looks like he's going door to door asking you if you have $5 so you can buy weed. I spent all my money on Doobie Brothers tickets. By the
way, when did Ron White decide that the Rob Ryan look was a good idea?
Oh yeah,
he's gone full Rob Ryan.
He stopped drinking and now he looks more drunk. Which I don't think I've ever seen before. Grown man ponytail is rarely a good call.
Mm-hmm.
There are exceptions. Ron White is not one of them.
No, definitely not. You're in the Sportsocracy. This is ESPN Asheville. 92.9 FM, 880 AM and 1400.
We do have I think it's White Yoda in the comments asked, when do you not have grievances? That's a good point.
Mm-hmm.
I do often have many grievances. And we'll keep airing them out right after this.
ESPN Asheville. Your mountain weather forecast.
Not too bad of a Thursday afternoon, sunshine winning, and it's sun over the next several days. We'll just mess around with temps a bit. 38 today and sunny. Tonight will fall back into the upper teens. Tomorrow mostly sunny, breezy, near 50. Saturday sunshine, cooler again, 40. But back up near 50 and mostly sunny on Sunday. From the Weather Channel, I'm Ray Staging.
This report is sponsored by King's Hawaiian Ciders. Nothing brings friends and family together on game day like delicious King's Hawaiian Ciders. Bring them to the big game table and be the real MVP. Pick some up this weekend in the bakery or deli section of your local store. Football and King's Irresistible Hawaiian Ciders. There's nothing like it.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
Trust is earned. That's why I've stuck with Straight Talk. Same price since 2009 on Verizon's 5G network. Cause shoot, anyone can make a promise. Keeping it for years, that means something.
Now plans starting at $25 a month with 4 lines. Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Same price claim applies only to the base monthly price of our $45 plan from October 2009 to present.
DQ presents The Spicy Menu. For a limited time, try the new Flamethrower Chicken Strip Basket for $6.99 with spicy, bold strips that heat you up. Served with a side of famous DQ soft serve as a dip to cool you down. That's right, dip those spicy chicken strips right into soft serve. Plus fries and toast, all for just $6.99. And add a new pineapple lemonade sparkler or cooler made with tahini. It's the limited time only Spicy Menu. Get it delivered in the DQ app. Happy, tastes good. Participation may vary.
Sports lives on the iHeartRadio app, the home of the Super Bowl 60 tailgate concert presented by NetApp. Big game coverage, the Winter Olympics from Milan, NBC's official audio partner, Fox Sports Radio, ESPN, and sports betting. Search sports on the free iHeartRadio app and listen now.
I'm Coley Duffy.
I'm Cody Ward. And we're the Chainsaw Brothers.
Actually, we're cousins. A few days after Helene, we was in the driveway having a couple beers, waiting on the power to come back on. And we heard so many people calling, needing trees removed, and couldn't afford it.
So I called my dad to borrow a chainsaw, and over the next few months, we cleared trees for our neighbors. Our business was born out of wanting to help Western North Carolina get back on our feet.
We are fully insured and licensed. We keep our promises, meaning if we say we're going to be there, we'll be there. In these parts, we live how we were raised.
When you call the Chainsaw Brothers, you're not a customer, you're family. We're good at what we do, and we do it for a reasonable cost.
For all your chainsaw needs, call the Chainsaw Brothers. 828-316-1013. Or find us on Facebook. See how we treat our family.
Are you still covered up with storm damage and debris?
Call us about our daily rates at 828-316-1013. That's 828-316-1013. We're the Chainsaw Brothers, and with our neighbors, we are Western North Carolina strong.
Woohoo!
Selling your home? Don't settle for average. Our real estate team at Clarissa Sells WNC and eXp Realty offers Zillow Showcase, an exclusive AI-powered listing experience available to just the top 10% of all listings in our area. With immersive media, cutting-edge design, and elevated marketing, Showcase listings, they go pending quicker and sell for up to $9,000 more than standard listings. Ready to stand out in a crowded market? Give our team a call today, 828-774-6343, because your home deserves the spotlight.
Boy, you must be outside your mind.
The Sportsocracy.
Just a bit outside. He tried the corner and missed.
It is ESPN Asheville. Welcome back into the Sportsocracy. The big game is coming up this weekend. Not that big game, the other big game. Saturday, Duke, Carolina. There has been an official, I don't want to say decree, but I like the way official decree sounds. An official warning that has been put out by the North Carolina what?
Official decree?
The decree.
What are you?
Sounds more authoritative.
What are you, a British royal?
Right.
You mean they put out a press release? Because that's the same thing.
Yeah, pretty much. North Carolina Attorney General Jeff Jackson is warning everybody to be leery if you're trying to buy your tickets from TikTok. Which I don't feel like we should have to tell people that. Like if somebody on TikTok says, hey, I got a ticket to the game, would you like it? Just send me your Venmo. Or you can send me money on Venmo and then I'll send you the tickets. That's a scam. That's a scam.
Okay, so here's the way. My wife has bought some things off TikTok, which I find really funny. This is the way you mentally compartmentalize. Should I buy this thing off TikTok? Would you find it strange if the homeless guy that offered Tank to buy his rock had this thing in his tick pocket?
Mm-hmm.
Like if he just pulled it out and went, hey, I got a ticket to Duke, Carolina. Would you like to buy? If you'd immediately go, what are you, crazy? Don't buy it on TikTok.
The Attorney General's office said scammers are posting to TikTok and other platforms that they have to sell their tickets due to a death in the family or some other tragedy. And then they request payment through Venmo or Zelle, only to send counterfeit tickets. UNC Duke rivalry, the decree says, is one of the most anticipated sporting events in the country, and scammers are trying to exploit that excitement to trick fans into purchasing fake tickets, and we want everybody to enjoy the game and not lose their hard-earned money to a scam. So here are the bullet points. Only buy tickets through reputable, established ticket sales sites. Verify the URL on your browser. Look for that lock icon, right? If it doesn't have that lock icon, something's fishy. Be skeptical of sellers claiming that they need to sell their tickets urgently because of some kind of an emergency. Buy tickets with a credit card instead of a debit card or through a peer-to-peer payment program or app. Reputable sellers should clearly display their refund policies. That's an important one as well. And if you buy tickets in person, North Carolina has a law that makes it illegal for that seller to charge you face-to-face more than $3 over face value for that ticket, which is ridiculous.
Oh, yeah, because you can go to Ticketmaster and they'll go about 5,000 over face value.
In face-to-face, I can only charge you $3 more. But if I get on the interwebs, $600 more than face value. Or here's a good way. Here is a great way. Listen for the cue to call through the rest of this program, or go to the Facebook page and get registered to win. And those are legit tickets. I promise you. They came from the team, and I will send them directly to you if you are the winner. But don't fall for this, people.
Or if you win those tickets, you can meet Chet Baker in a back alley, and we'll run the Oklahoma drill. And if you win, you can have mine. I told you I'd get it. I knew I'd get it one day.
That's a good one.
My story is about the NBA, and I don't know if you and Chris Womack talked about this yesterday, but I hope you didn't, because it'll be more fun for me if you didn't.
Okay.
Did you see that Anthony Davis got traded yesterday?
We did see that.
Did you see what he got traded for?
Bag of nickels. And Chris Middleton.
I actually think that's disrespectful to a bag of nickels.
Come on, Chris Middleton.
Chris Middleton's almost 35 years old.
Sure, but I mean, he's a little respect. I mean, come on.
Chris Middleton averages 10 points a game. That's it. In the NBA where they score a gajillion.
I think so does everybody else he got traded for.
Nope. That 10 points a game, that's the high water mark. You got Marvin Bagley, who I think's on his 53rd NBA team. When did he come into the league?
Like 18, 19, something like that.
How old do you think Marvin Bagley is right now?
25.
He's 26.
26, yeah. I mean, because he was 19 when he came in.
He turns 27 2 days before my birthday. He was the just absolute centerpiece of this deal. Him or A.J. Johnson, who was a first-round pick a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
He averages 2.8 points a game. You also got Malachi Branham, who averages 4.5. So, look, now, I don't know if you're keeping track at home. The Luka Doncic trade, we now have officially, here's what you got for probably the best player in the NBA. Max Christie, Chris Middleton's geriatric ass, Al Johnson, or AJ Johnson, sorry. My dyslexia got me. And I'll be honest with you, you'd have probably been better with Al Johnson.
Al was the bondsman.
Al Johnson, he is the absolute ringer of your YMCA, and he would probably beat the piss out of A.J. Johnson. Malachi Branham, Marvin Bagley Jr., a 2029 first-round pick from the Lakers, a Thunder first-round pick, which super valuable.
Is it top 30 protected?
Unless their team plane it falls into the Bermuda Triangle, that's going to be 27, 28, 29, or 30. And another pick that's top 20 protected. If you're not an NBA man, let me try to explain that to you. That would be the NFL equivalent of the Kansas City Chiefs trading Pat Mahomes to the Dallas Cowboys for Brandon Aubrey, an assistant linebackers coach, 7 bags of footballs, and some brisket barbecue. That's basically what you got. Also, earlier today, the Minnesota Timberwolves traded Rob Dillingham, who was the number 8 pick in the draft a year ago.
The kid from Kentucky?
For Aya DeSonmo.
Dude from Illinois.
Yeah. That's a thing they did. Because Minnesota's trying to save cap space to go get Giannis.
Right.
What they don't understand is when you actually pull this deal off, it's going to be Giannis and a bunch of dudes that look like Tank and I. Congratulations. NBA, would you like to know why we don't care about you? Because you keep allowing things like this to happen. The 2 best players in a trade should never go one way unless a boatload of picks are involved.
Well, I mean, 3 second-round picks, that's a bunch, right?
By the way, just in theory, let me ask you a question. If I told you right now I would trade you 2 second-round NBA picks for the cheer wine you're drinking right now.
Out.
I was about to say, would you have to think about it?
No. This is lovely refreshment from the beautiful foothills of North Carolina. What you offered me is a bag of dog dew burning on Joey Aguilar's front porch.
A second-round pick in the NBA means less to me than a campaign promise from a politician.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
Literally, if Jack walked up with his magic beans, an NBA team would give him 11 second-round picks just in the hope that a competent NBA player is what came out of that bag. Do you ever think, look, Sham Sharania, God bless you for all that you do. You ever think he looks in the mirror and goes, where did I go wrong in my life?
No.
I'm talking about Rob Dillingham being traded for a backup point guard.
They love it. There's still some people out there that love it.
I actually think the NBA has gotten to a point where they're just messing with us at this point. NBA trade spectacular. If I wanted to hear people talk about people that I didn't actually know who they were, I'd watch hockey. Because at least that sport is fun to watch.
Mm-hmm. You're just more bitter about it because you used to care about this sport.
Oh, the NBA has gone full baseball. Because I keep getting these alerts. I don't know if it's ESPN tie or what, but Shams, it pops up in my notifications all the time. And I found myself looking, going, don't know, kind of know, don't care. That's every trade package. I'm like, oh.
Well, hell, they just traded Chris Paul, a guy who hasn't played this year, was told not to play this year. And by the way, the new team that he's going to said, you're good. We don't need you to come.
Yeah, see, you're doing too much, bro. Your cap and the way your money works, it's too complicated.
Yeah, it's crazy. Absolutely crazy.
I offered, and this was tough for me. I offered another local station the rights to Caleb Peake, who hasn't been here for 5 years. It was very tough for me because I love Caleb.
Yeah.
And if he ever decides he wants to come back, he always has a spot.
Did you have to send the name tag with him?
No.
We get to keep the name
Yeah,
tag.
we get to keep
At least there's that. Mm-hmm. At least he's still with us in spirit. We got a couple of super chats that we need to get to.
Show me the money, money. Show me the money. I like the cash. Show me the money.
The first one is from Jonathan Welch. He said, Armchair and I made a gentleman's wager, and one of us is wearing the winning team's gear at the combine. He's got Sammy D, and I've got Drake May.
Nice.
So either we will have a Seahawk, Great North Sports, or we will have a New England Patriots glue guy.
Mm-hmm. It's good. I like it.
Now,
nice,
here's my question. If glue guy has to wear Patriot stuff, does he have to act like Bill Burr? Does he have to be because he's an American Patriots fan? So does that mean he has to be like belligerent and getting into loud arguments with his children and in public?
And just really racist. Sorry.
That would be at Sports Take ESPN.
At Sports Take ESPN.
We have some very centered Patriots fans that watch this show.
Absolutely.
A lot of your friends,
you all know who
should
I'm talking
get
about.
them.
Exactly. You know who I'm talking about. Don't act like you don't know. We all know. We got another one.
So fresh, we ball, no stress, cause we making that money. Yeah, we making that money. Yeah, we do so.
This one's from Dana that said, replying to Hackett, the answer is nepotism. The LaFleurs and Hackett's vacation together seemed to work with Matt for a few years, but I'm not expecting much.
Mm-hmm.
I do find it funny how often they're like friends behind the.
Yeah, well, these are my guys. These are my boys, and coaches work in teams. You get used to working with a guy. You trust a guy,
but they've never worked together before.
In Green Bay,
but Matt. So that was his brother.
Right.
This is Mike LaFleur.
Right.
Hired him.
Right.
Mike's never worked with him.
But that's what he's saying. They go on like family vacations and stuff.
And I get that. I mean, and look, Mongo and I go.
He's like Jim and John Harbaugh. Jim and John Harbaugh have traded off dudes left and right. Mike McDonald going from Michigan to Seattle.
Yeah, but they're good. You just got a lukewarm turd. That's what you got to be your OC.
Well, look, just sometimes you make friends with somebody that you got to make excuses for every now and then.
Speaking of a lukewarm turd, the New York Jets have hired Frank Reich.
Hey!
Let the good times roll.
The new offensive coordinator of the New York Jets. I mean, we all knew this was going to happen, right? This happened like 4 weeks ago, and they were like, no. He's not the OC. We still have this other guy that's still employed.
We have, well, no.
And then 24 hours later.
Well, no, we fired Engstrand.
But that was 24 hours after Frank Reich had been hired.
No, Frank was just hired yesterday or the day before. It was reported that Frank was going to have a role on the team, not as the OC. And then, to the best of what I can tell, Tanner Engstrand went, nope. I don't like that at all. I don't want him here because I did that. No. And the Jets went,
okay.
See ya.
That's fine.
And now he's in Atlanta?
Yes.
Have you ever said – so, Tank, I know you've worked in radio for a long time, so you haven't necessarily been in hiring.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever hired the person that you knew was going to take your job?
No.
Because Aaron Glenn just did. Because I guarantee you when the New York Jets are 1-8, they're going to go, bye, Aaron. Interim head coach Frank Reich.
Mm-hmm.
He's coached in the league before. Not well. But you're right. He has done this before. I just find it funny that the other interviews were Darrell Bevel. I'm trying to remember all the ones that I saw. It was 4 retreads and the tight ends coach from the Cowboys. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Frankly, I'm shocked we didn't interview Nathaniel Hackett. Just, hey, you've done this job before, and you took our call. Would you like to come interview for it?
You already tried that once, didn't you?
Yes, and I would
Not
feel,
gonna happen.
and I would feel only slightly worse about Nathaniel Hackett than I feel about Frank Reich.
Right. But would you have felt good about any of the others? Like if they'd have gone with Darrell Bevel, you'd have been like, yeah.
No, I wouldn't have felt good about any of the candidates. What the candidates told me is that when they called actual good candidates, they answered the same way that a normal person would talk to a realtor if that realtor was showing them a house that was actively on fire. No, I don't believe I want to buy this house, seeing as how it's on fire. Could you possibly bring me a house that's not going to be rubble in 3 minutes?
Great point. The great point. I don't know how you take a job like this. Like, I don't understand that whole – I guess I just don't understand the coaching world, right? Because coaches bounce all the time, right? We've got Clint Kubiak that's getting ready to take the Raiders job. He's coached 6 teams in 6 years, or will have by the time he takes the Raiders job. So it's a very nomadic kind of a business. I don't understand that, though, taking a job knowing that you're going to be gone in 6 months.
Well, Gary hit half of it in the YouTube chat. Paycheck.
Mm-hmm.
A paycheck is better than not a paycheck, especially for Frank Reich, his options were, I can be an advisor to Andrew Luck at Stanford. I mean, Stanford doesn't really spend a ton of money on football, so I'm going to say that paycheck was probably not great.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Or I could go be the OC for a year and remind the NFL, hey, I'm still alive. I don't know if you knew this or not. I didn't die. Nathaniel Hackett, that's 100% what he's doing. He was sent to Siberia for 2 years after what he did with the Jets.
Is he out of it? Because I don't think this is out of it.
Well,
I think going to the Cardinals to hook up with Mike LaFleur is just the second level of hell.
What shocks me is how Arizona has been viewed around the league. It's a sinking ship.
It's a trash franchise.
I'm surprised by that.
Why?
Because they have talent. When you have talent, talent is great deodorant.
Mm-hmm.
And, I would be looking at those receivers. I'm looking at that number 3 pick. I'm looking at Walter Nolan and Will Johnson. And, we liked this team. And I get it, the ownership's a train wreck, but we've got 10 teams in the NFL where the ownership's a train wreck.
Right.
Hell, the Packers ownership's the fans. Does that make anybody feel good? Because it shouldn't. But that never stops them. But for some reason, Arizona's just been a complete pariah in this entire process, and I don't understand that. The Jets, I do. I can tie it right back to Woody Johnson.
Oh, yeah.
And I could sit here and tell you stories for the next 25 minutes of this is why the Jets are viewed this way. I get it with the Browns. I get it with a handful of other teams. I don't get it with Arizona. Because, yes, the Bidwells are bad, but they also got called on it. So now the facilities are upgrading. I don't know how we got here. Is Kyler Murray that big of an albatross? Because I don't think he is. Especially when I'm looking around going, the prize of this is Mac Jones.
The question I would have interviewing for a job like this is there a future where I win? Is there a future where I keep this job 3 years from now?
There's a potential to win in Arizona.
I don't know that I agree. We got to take the break for the top of the hour. We'll come back. We'll discuss it. How big of a dumpster fire is Arizona, and are they not on the same level of the Jets and the Browns and the Bengals and the Titans and all of these other teams that have bad ownership, and we know it? We'll talk about it next here on ESPN Asheville.
ESPN Asheville, your mountain weather forecast.
Not too bad of a Thursday afternoon. Sunshine winning, and it's sun over the next several days. We'll just mess around with temps a bit. 38 today and sunny. Tonight will fall back into the upper teens. Tomorrow mostly sunny, breezy, near 50. Saturday sunshine, cooler again, 40. But back up near 50 and mostly sunny on Sunday. From the Weather Channel, I'm Ray Stajic.
This report sponsored by the experts at Howard Hanna Beverly Hanks Real Estate, the real estate leader in Western North Carolina.
Howard Hanna Beverly Hanks Real Estate is not like other real estate companies. They're built differently. As the #1 family-owned real estate company in the U.S., proven expertise and personalized service delivers results. Let them show you how at Howard Hanna Beverly Hanks.
Spice up the big game with a hot box from Dave's Hot Chicken.
Whether it's day or night, hot flashes due to menopause can be unpredictable. That's why there's Veoza, a prescription treatment proven to reduce the number and severity of hot flashes day and night that can start working in as early as 1 week. Based on clinical studies measuring efficacy at 4 and 12 weeks, individual results may vary. Talk to your healthcare provider about what this may mean for you. For moderate to severe vasomotor symptoms or hot flashes and night sweats due to menopause, Veoza can cause serious side effects, including liver problems. Your doctor will do blood tests before and during treatment. Stop Veoza and call your doctor if you have symptoms of liver problems, such as feeling more tired than usual, decreased appetite, nausea, vomiting, itching, yellowing of the eyes or skin, pale stool, dark urine, or stomach pain. Don't use Veoza if you have cirrhosis, severe kidney problems, kidney failure, or take CYP1A2 inhibitors. Ask your doctor about Veoza. To learn more, call 1-866-239-1637 or go to Veoza.com. That's VEOZAH.com.
Nothing brings friends and family together on game day like delicious King's Hawaiian Sliders. Bring them to the big game table and be the real MVP. Pick some up this weekend in the bakery or deli section of your local store. Football and King's Irresistible Hawaiian Sliders. There's nothing like it.
ESPN Asheville, broadcasting from the Ingalls studio at Radio Ranch. Log on to ESPNAVL.com and make us your #1 preset on the iHeartRadio app. ESPN Asheville, #1 for sports coverage in the mountains.
This is J.W. Whitley, General Manager at Parks Ford of Hendersonville. Our value of commitment, committed to you as our customers and the community that we serve. To do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Experience the Parks Promise today at parksfordhendersonville.com.
Mountain Graphics and Showtime Sports have teamed up under a new local owner to serve our community with the finest custom apparel and unique branded items at the best price. Mountain Graphics and Showtime Sports can customize whatever you, your team, or your local group may need with high-quality screen printing, embroidery, and laser engraving. Visit mtngraphicsavl.com or showtimesportsavl.com. That's mtngraphicsavl.com or showtimesportsavl.com for your local one-stop custom apparel shops.
All right, people, it's Valentine's Day. Everything has to be perfect.
Yes, Chef.
At Ingalls, we know that not every Valentine's Day is 4-star perfection, with string quartets and swanky restaurants.
My boyfriend bought me flowers.
That it's not the money you spend or the elaborate lengths you go to.
Happy Valentine's Day!
It just has to come from the heart. Ingalls, we're with you every step of the way.
Out here in the middle of these acres, it can feel like you're the only person on earth. That's how it feels when you're struggling with your mental health. But you don't have to feel alone. Find more information at loveyourmindtoday.org. Brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council.
Whether you've got a dog in the fight or not, everybody likes to throw down for the big game, and there's no place like the Back Alley Bar at Bear's Smokehouse Barbecue on the South Slope in downtown Asheville. Kickoff is Sunday, February the 8th. Come watch the game, dig into legendary pulled pork, and feed your entire crew with a game day grub package. Perfect for 4 to 6 people, packed with ribs, sliders, wings, and 4 delicious sides. Great food, big screens, and a warm game day atmosphere you ought not miss. Go to bearsbbq.com.
Asheville's #1 sports station, ESPN Asheville, WPEK, W225CJ Fairview, WMXF Waynesville, and iHeart Radio Station. Guaranteed human.
Now here's your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, money. That's money. Enter it now.
Your chance to win is at ESPNAVL.com. Good luck.
The Sportsocracy.
That fires me up, man. I love it. Say it one more time.
The Sportsocracy.
Shake it back!
Beer City's best sports talk.
It is gross.
Just earlier.
They are mature, actually. You just have to get to know them better.
Your lunchtime dose of dumbassery. Live from the Ingalls studio.
It is ESPN Asheville, 92.9 FM, 880 AM, and 1400. We are the Sportsocracy, heard everywhere you go on the iHeart Radio app, and we are seen everywhere on YouTube. Just go to thesportsocracy.com, click the live video link, subscribe to the channel, and then join us in the chat. Today, it's a Air Your Grievances Thursday. Is that what you called it?
Air Your Grievances Thursday.
Just take an exception with all of y'all, and namely one team we're going to talk about here in this segment.
You know what that makes this?
Festivus.
A Draftivus for the rest of us.
Oh, Draftivus. That's a good one. I like it.
I got a lot of problems with you people, and you're going to hear about it.
So before the break at the top of the hour, if you're just joining us, welcome into the Sportsocracy. We will have a chance for you this hour to register to win tickets to the Carolina-Duke game this weekend, so keep listening for that. Jeremy, before the break, we were talking about the Arizona Cardinals, and you said you were kind of surprised that they had got lumped into this is a bad job, this is a bad franchise. They're seen amongst the worst of the worst in the NFL. Now, I happen to be one of those people who looks at the Arizona Cardinals and goes, yeah, this is awful.
Okay, but why do you say that?
Because of the public perception of the Bidwill family, who refuses and has refused in the past to spend money and cater to their players and not baby them, but at least give them, I don't know, things like daycare. That was something that the Arizona Cardinals once did. Now, whether those things have changed in the past 2 or 3 years, okay. I mean, I can give you credit for that. But also in those 2 or 3 years, you've had, well, not a good track record. You've had teams that underperformed, teams that haven't won anything. You've had constant issues with your quarterback and whoever you chose to be your coach. Kyler Murray was the face of the franchise, and then you brought in Cliff Kingsbury, and they couldn't get along together. And then you bring in Jonathan Gannon, and it hasn't worked. And I know Kyler's been hurt a lot, but that's also another problem. Is your franchise quarterback hurt a lot, not on the field, and you're not winning games.
All right, so all of the things you just said,
yeah,
they basically changed over the last 2 or 3 years. They got called on the carpet by
the player survey,
the report card.
Yeah. So
all those things have changed.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say a name, and when I find one that you think the Bidwells are worse than, you feel free to chime up.
Mm-hmm.
Woody Johnson.
No.
Mark Davis.
No.
Jimmy Haslam.
No.
Amy Adams Strunk.
Mm-mm.
Shad Khan.
No.
Steve Teish. He was just on the damn Epstein list. I think that's a bit of a... And by the way, they've been a disaster for 25 years.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to say that one, I won't push back on you. I'm just saying in this current climate, that's not really one I would want to be around.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
The McCaskey family.
Yeah, no, I think they're worse than that.
Dean Spanos.
Mm-hmm.
Stephen Ross. Mike Brown.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand that I just put the Bidwells they're in the meaty clackers of the second, third? It's not the ownership group. It's just not. That doesn't make any sense.
But all those people you named right there, they are in that group.
They all suck. I get it.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying any of them are good. If the group of loser coaches that we had out here, because there was no Ben Johnson. You can give me John Harbaugh. I've talked about this with no less than 50 people around the NFL, and we're pretty much in agreement of the Giants are going to regret they did that.
Mm-hmm.
But even if I give you John Harbaugh, none of you have the latitude to say I'm not going to go there. Because look at the jobs that opened. The Titans, the Raiders, the Cardinals, the Browns. It was all the teams with bad owners. So why, for the love of all that's good and holy, were you interested in the Raiders job, but you weren't interested in Arizona? That doesn't make any sense to me. That math doesn't math.
Mm-hmm.
There has to be something here. I'm just not sure what it is. Cleveland, I know what it is. Your owner's a lunatic making people do homework. Nope.
And pushing Shedeur Sanders down your throat.
Yep.
In Las Vegas, I get a number one pick. Now, I'm saddled with Francisco Mendoza as that pick.
Fernando
sure.
Mendoza.
I got to stop doing that. It's that baseball thing. For Fernando Mendoza as the number one pick, and I'm locked in there. I don't know. Maybe the Tom Brady thing has something to do with it. The fact that you're in Vegas is a draw.
To me, Tom Brady would be a negative, not a positive.
Why?
Because it's been very obvious that he wants to be really involved,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know what that's going to look like. Look, it's one thing when you have a title. It's a whole nother when you're the owner of the team. Because if I'm successful enough and we have a disagreement, I might beat you. When you're the owner of the team, that's a way different scenario.
But that's something that I'm much more willing to take a swing at than Mark Davis is in charge. As long as Tom's there as a buffer and his role keeps growing every year.
Yeah, his role growing every year is what would bother me.
Possibly.
Best owners in the league. And on this one, I really don't need your input because I know exactly who they are. Clark Hunt, Robert Kraft, the Rooney family, Jeffrey Lurie in Philadelphia, Bisciotti, Stan Kroenke. I would have said Terry Pagula before the last month, but I'll just stick with the six I just said. You know what they don't really do? Have any input in the football side of this. They let the football people handle it. I get that. None of you have the cachet to say, oh, I'm above the Cardinals. Joe Brady, like you're above. Really? If the Buffalo Bills hadn't fired Sean McDermott, I'm not real sure where he would have landed. If he hadn't gotten that job replacing McDermott, I don't really know where he would have landed. Probably been in somebody's OC. I just don't know what he is. And I can tell you this much, it would not have been anywhere close to the Buffalo Bills.
Did he not get interviews with anybody else?
He interviewed with Arizona, and then it was either they weren't impressed by him or he wasn't impressed by them. I don't know which one.
Or maybe the word came in from Buffalo of what they were going to do, and then he just didn't go back.
Maybe.
I don't know. Because if they'd hired Joe Brady, I'd feel much different about this now.
I just don't understand where the pariah is with Arizona, because I'm looking at, you've drafted pretty well over the last couple years. There is absolutely nothing here that they are going to force feed you a la Fernando Mendoza or Kyler Murray. And people will say, well, Mendoza is the number one pick, or not Kyler, Shedeur Sanders. People will say Mendoza is the number one pick. Yet where would he have been last year? Because I've already gone down this rabbit hole. He would have been no better than my third best quarterback next year, or last year, because I would have had Cam Ward and Jackson Dart ahead of him.
Right.
And without the medical history, I'd have had Tyler Shuck ahead of him. So, I mean, it's not like this is a can't miss.
No.
Fernando Mendoza is almost a negative. He is almost a negative. He's probably still a slight net positive, but it's not by much. Because you got to understand, there are huge expectations with a number one pick. That's not Trevor Lawrence. That's not Joe Burrow. That's not – I'm just going back through the years. I would argue he's fractionally better than Baker Mayfield. It's not saying –
You mean right away or his development?
I don't think there's any development.
You don't think there is development there?
I think he is what he is.
He's already hit the ceiling.
I just don't see anything there.
Okay.
So I have all these big red flags with other teams, and they didn't really seem to struggle to hire a coach. Cleveland did. Again, I've already been over that. These other jobs are no better than Arizona. Frankly, I think Arizona's better. I think I had them at 5. Okay. They were my 5th or 6th best job. I can't remember which one. Mainly because I can't remember if this was before Buffalo opened or after. I just don't really get it. Because I think that roster is better than what a lot of these others have.
Yeah.
I know the Cleveland Browns are going to be an absolute disaster offensively for the next 3 years. I know that beyond a shadow of a doubt. I don't care who they hired. It's not going to change. The Las Vegas Raiders have a weapon that I believe in. Oh, and by the way, their best player is trying to force his way out of there, which we're going to talk about that at the bottom of the hour. We're going to air his grievances. I just don't see it.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's dumb, but I think there is a lot of that. There's kind of a new hope around the Raiders. I mean, I don't understand it, but I think there is that level of their
team that's on their 6th head coach in 6 years.
I don't, like I said, I don't know why, but maybe it's a cleaner start. I don't know. I mean, Red Feather Workshop's in the YouTube comments listing out all of the positives for the roster of the Arizona Cardinals. And, I mean, he's not wrong. There are tons of pieces here to enjoy, right, between MHJ and Trey McBride and
Michael Wilson.
Hell, I would even go with the running backs. Like, I mean, you have some useful pieces there. I mean, it's not like they're dog water. You may not like the quarterback, but you have some pieces on offense. You have some pieces on defense.
You're a couple offensive linemen and a couple pieces on a defense away from having a playoff contending roster.
Possibly.
I can't say that about the Raiders.
Right.
I can't say that about the Browns.
No, you can't.
I can't say that about the New York Giants.
He then went on to just post 100+ years of mediocrity. I love my team, but yeah, that's where we're at. And I think that's where everybody gets to is you have these standalones, right? I feel like Arizona has had 2 or 3 times in the last 30 years that they've even kind of been relevant, and the rest of it has felt like it's just a black hole of nothingness.
Okay, so here would be my argument to that. You do realize how many franchises in the league were complete laughingstocks 20 years ago.
Absolutely.
One of them
still are.
Actually, 2 of them are playing on Sunday. Before, 2005? I would say before Mike Holmgren, so probably 2000-ish. The Seattle Seahawks were a joke. They had been a joke for 30 years.
Other than the large
This is what, the 4th Super Bowl they've been to in 25 years?
Yes.
Because Holmgren went to 1, Pete Carroll went to 2, and now you got Mike McDonald in 1. So what do I care about 100 years ago? I couldn't care less. The Chicago Bears have largely been a afterthought franchise outside of, 4 years in the last 40?
But you're not building that with this ownership, I think is the
And I guess my argument is I could say that for probably half the teams in this league. Yeah. Because the way ownership goes, it's either really bad, and there are a handful more that are in the really bad category that I hadn't even mentioned yet. Then there's another layer of average, okay, kind of bad, kind of good. And then you have about 6 that are really good. And I hate to break this to all of the candidates that were in this cycle. None of those teams are hiring you. None of them. The Baltimore Ravens, did you notice that their search happened really fast? Because they went, Jesse Minter's the one. And I'm not sure that they didn't already know they were hiring him before they ever did this.
Absolutely.
The Pittsburgh Steelers, they looked around, and by the way, this is, You want a really good indictment on this group? The Pittsburgh Steelers looked at a 64-year-old guy that just got fired, a year ago, and said, that's our guy. That's our guy. Because he'll keep the culture intact, and give it a couple years, he'll be ready to get out of this. Or we'll fire him, and then hopefully we'll have developed some candidates that actually make sense. I mean, because you look around, there were virtually every coach that got hired, I can give you a huge but to.
Yeah.
It's one of those things in this cycle that has made I've scratched my head the entire time going, you realize a good coach could do a lot of good in Arizona. I don't know if Mike LaFleur was that guy.
But could you, is the question.
No doubt you could.
Can you get ownership out of their own out of the way to do so? Because I think that's the only. I mean, to me, that's one of the only things standing in the way has got to be the ownership is so hard to work for that none of these guys even want to take the shot of working down there.
And I mean, I think even if you're just absolute the biggest Cardinal hater in the world, you could barely put the Bidwells at the bottom quarter of this league. I mean, it would be one thing if there's 200 jobs. You know, in college football, if your administration is a train wreck, awesome. I got 134 other choices. In the NFL, there's 32. There are 6 that have good ownership groups. So I just struggle to believe that's what this is. Maybe it's the Kyler Murray thing. I don't know.
Well, I mean, that just adds to the problem.
But see, I don't really think that adds to the. If I had been a coach in this cycle, I would be looking at Arizona going, you have a trade piece here that's probably worth 150% of what it's actually worth. Because there's no quarterbacks on the market. If they put Kyler Murray out there, there's no telling what the return's going to be. Because you got 10 teams here that are just absolutely elemento screwed at quarterback. If Aaron Rodgers retires, the Pittsburgh Steelers are starting Mason Rudolph or Will Howard. The New York Jets may be calling me to play quarterback before this is all said and done. There's nothing there. So getting out of him is not going to be that tough. Or if you want to roll it back with him, I don't care. It doesn't matter. I'm dumbfounded at there are huge issues with some of these teams, and some of these coaches did not seem to care. Like John Harbaugh, I get it. You took $20 million. What I don't understand is in probably the last deal you ever signed as an NFL head coach, you looked at a team that has been one of the 5 worst drafting teams in the league and went, nope, don't care. Don't care. New York Giants, big media market. You have a quarterback that acts like Crash Bandicoot. You've got a running back that makes him look like Tiny Tim. Oh, and by the way, your GM couldn't figure out a draft pick if it slapped him in the face. And just, nope, Giants are a great franchise. There's not that big a difference between the Giants and the Cardinals. I hate to tell you this. There's not.
I mean, there's several Super Bowls that say you're wrong.
You won a Super Bowl 15 years ago. Why do I care? I mean, honestly, that's so this is an airing of grievances day. We got to take a commercial break. I want to take what you just said, and I'm going to point out why it's so unbelievably stupid. And it's not you. I get it. I know why you said it. It just doesn't mean anything.
You're in the Sportsocracy, and this is ESPN Asheville.
All across the Tar Heel state.
Tar Heels on the run. Trimble to the cup layup. Count it in the foul.
This is Carolina basketball.
Long rainbow 3-0, but net from the rookie. To Trimble. He'll try another triple. Counted.
The home of the 6-time national champions.
Drives and hammers it home. Hello, young fella.
This is your radio home for the Tar Heels.
Asheville's home for the Tar Heels is ESPN Asheville.
This is Jim.
Hello.
Jim started advertising with iHeartRadio way back in April. And now...
I have customers out the door.
And this is Sarah.
Hi.
She started putting a portion of her marketing dollars in podcasting back in June.
Business is booming. That's why I'm working on a Saturday.
Want to be like Jim and Sarah? It's easy. All you have to do is own or manage a business and reach out to iHeart. Get started today at 844-844-iHeart or iHeartAdvertising.com.
Don't miss the 2026 Ingles SoCon Basketball Championships at the Harris Cherokee Center, Asheville, March 5th through the 9th. 5 action-packed days, your favorite SoCon teams, 2 tickets to the NCAA tournament on the line. Bring your whole family for unforgettable fun, kids' activities, downtown events, non-stop excitement all week. Secure your spot now at SoConHoops.com or through the Harris Cherokee Center Asheville box office. Be a part of the madness before it's gone.
Starting tomorrow, iHeartRadio will be live from Italy with NBC's coverage of the Milan Cortina 2026 Winter Olympics. 24 hours a day, listen to live coverage of skiing, snowboarding, hockey, figure skating, and all your favorite winter sports. Plus Team USA exclusive coverage from Northern Italy. Bring the Winter Games with you from your phone to your car, on your Alexa, wherever you listen. Open the free iHeart app, search Olympics, and listen. iHeartRadio, the exclusive audio home of NBC's coverage of the 2026 Milan Cortina Winter Olympics.
ESPN Asheville, broadcasting from the Ingalls studio at Radio Ranch. Log on to ESPNAVL.com and make us your number one preset on the iHeartRadio app. ESPN Asheville, number one for sports coverage in the mountains.
Selling your home? Don't settle for average. Our real estate team at Clarissa Sells WNC and eXp Realty offers Zillow Showcase, an exclusive AI-powered listing experience available to just the top 10% of all listings in our area. With immersive media, cutting-edge design, and elevated marketing, Showcase listings, they go pending quicker and sell for up to $9,000 more than standard listings. Ready to stand out in a crowded market? Give our team a call today, 828-774-6343, because your home deserves the spotlight.
Do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Our mission, to improve lives with every interaction. This is JW, General Manager at Parks Ford Hendersonville. Experience the Parks Promise today at parksfordhendersonville.com. That's parksfordhendersonville.com.
The Sportsocracy.
One thing that you're going to have to remember, one most important factor, is to protect your quarterback, me.
Welcome back into the Sportsocracy. It's an airing of grievances day.
And Tank just aired one big time. You ever hear somebody that says something and they start slow? And it's, well, I mean, this is the information as it was presented to me. And then did you just hear the voice start to rise? Right. And then it gets up to a level. And then by the end, it's just, why are we all in the adult movie?
And we seem to be on the receiving end. It just tends to happen in business sometimes. So, you know.
That whole ass commercial break was, I felt like I was in the roller coaster and we're just going tick, 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 tick.
Until finally,
then we got to the end and I went, damn, we've been going for a while. That drop's going to be pretty significant.
And dropped it like it's hot. Welcome back into the program. It is a day where I feel like we're all going to be
fired
more, either that or we're definitely going to be more illuminated by the wisdom that comes from Jeremy Green here. So he's right before the break. If you're just tuning in, our hero was talking to us about the fact that Super Bowls don't matter to a franchise's legacy.
You said they won a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
15 years ago.
Yeah.
Why do I care?
Well, I mean,
15 years ago. You realize that practically every person that was with that team has either been fired or has been long dead.
No doubt.
This is not the same team. So,
but it is the same ownership, though.
Yeah, who's now not, what is he, 87 years old? John Mara is a gajillion years old. Why do I care?
Mm-hmm.
So we won a Super Bowl. Okay, so let's go your way. The New Orleans Saints won one, too.
Mm-hmm.
You jumping up and down to go to New Orleans? Because I'm not. Because I'm stuck with Mickey Loomis, apparently, until the end of time. Because Mickey Loomis can do whatever he wants to, and whatever dirty picture he has of Gail Benson will keep him employed until we're all dead and gone. That's how stupid that is. Well, they won a Super Bowl. Yeah, they won a Super Bowl in, what, 2011?
Mm-hmm.
They've
won
been
a couple years before that.
Completely irrelevant since.
Mm-hmm.
The New York Giants have had 2 years of real, honest-to-God contention in 25. Great, you won a Super Bowl. Great, you won 2. That's great. Put that on the mantle. In terms of as a coach, I couldn't care less. That franchise is so different now than it was before. Hell, the Jets went to 3 AFC championship games in a row. Am I jumping up and down about that? No, because you're a train wreck. Mm-hmm. That was the same ownership group, too. Because Woody Johnson bought this team, what, in 2000?
Mm-hmm.
He went to 3 AFC championships. He went to 4. He's been to 4. That doesn't mean I'm looking at that going, the bastion of stability.
No, but if you'd have won a Super Bowl,
he'd still be an idiot.
It'd still look different,
as somebody
though.
that knows him personally, he would still, as an owner, be a complete moron.
Sure, and you can be an idiot as long as you point to rings and go, look at these, I won these. Jerry Jones does it all the time.
Yep, that's you officially you flipped to the back of the book because that's exactly where I was headed.
Right.
Jerry Jones, do you feel great about that? He's got 3 of them. No, because he's a lunatic. See, because the game changes every 5 to 10 years. And when you're telling me what you did 15 years ago, that tells me everything I need to know. If you're telling me we won a Super Bowl in 2011, okay, what have you done since then? There's literally one player in the NFL that was still in the league when you won that last Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
So why do I care? Do you remember that offense where they just ran the ball constantly and Eli Manning was asked to do very little?
Mm-hmm.
You winning anything that way now? Then why do I care? The Saints won one 2 years before that. The Pittsburgh Steelers won one the year before that. Ooh, the Indianapolis Colts won one the year before that. Are any of these jobs that you're going, yeah, then why do we give it to the New York Giants? Is it solely because they're in New York?
No, because every one of those.
The difference between the Jets and the Giants is about 10 games in the last 20 years. Yeah. And yet, one of them's the biggest train wreck in the league, and the other one is just, it's a Hallmark franchise. No, they're not. If they are, the Chicago Bears are. And I hate to break this to you, they're not.
They're not either. Because it's been way longer since they won a Super Bowl.
Right now, there are 5 Hallmark franchises in the NFL. The Kansas City Chiefs, the New England Patriots, the Baltimore Ravens, the Los Angeles Rams,
and the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yes. I have a but with Philadelphia of I can tie every bit of their success to Howie Roseman, but it's been enough that, okay, I'll let that gravy splatter on your taters. And I wasn't really saying that begrudgingly. It was, I want to see this happen with different coaches. I want to see it happen with different different GMs, different quarterbacks. That's what good franchises do.
Mm-hmm.
The New York Giants have not won excrement in my lifetime without Eli Manning.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we got one with Phil Simms. Yeah, because you got through the NFC and you found the Buffalo Bills who were more flawed than the government. Ooh. Also, that was 35 years ago. I don't care. Because you're clinging on to that 15-year-old Super Bowl. You're not competing with the Indianapolises and the New Orleans and teams there. You're competing with the ones that are completely stable franchises. They're so far ahead of you, it's comical. Because the second tier is a lot of Pittsburgh Steelers, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Who fits into this? Seattle Seahawks. I almost put the Seahawks at the top tier. If they had a dedicated owner, and I'll go ahead and tell you, they're about to, and it's probably going to be a good one.
Mm-hmm.
That second tier, there's so many light years ahead of the Giants and the Cardinals and the Raiders. You're all just chasing your tail regardless. Because those absolute Hallmark franchises. And if you want the proof of this, I'm going to ask you a question. If you had to guess right now, name me the teams that make the playoffs next year. I have 8 teams on my screen. I do not know. Oh, there's my bell. I was like, where'd my bell go? I want you to pick the teams you're confident make the playoffs next year. We hadn't even gone through the offseason yet.
Okay. Let's go Patriots, Ravens, Jaguars. You're not confident about that?
I did not see that one coming.
You were not confident that they'll make the playoffs next year.
Mm.
And that was a good team this year.
Uh-huh. Is it a good franchise?
No.
Yeah, it's really hard for me to trust not a good franchise, which is kind of my point here.
You going Texans?
Yeah, I'd go Texans. They were not one of the 8 on my screen, but
Chargers. Chiefs.
That was the one I was looking for.
That was
5. You got 5 that I agreed with.
Okay.
Then you go NFC.
Oh, yeah. Well, let's go Eagles.
Oh, missed the bell. Completely
Rams.
missed the bell.
Seahawks.
Say the other one. I don't like them, but you'd say
49ers.
If you're, for those of you that were keeping track at home, he got all 8.
Yeah.
Once you get past that, there is such a chasm that, yeah, you can strike lightning in a bottle.
Mm-hmm.
There's a reason that when you look at the rest of the league, they're constantly in the top 10 every 2, 3, 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
They're firing a coach every 4 years. Really, all you got to do, look at the tenure of NFL head coaches. That'll tell you where a franchise is. And tying this all
I was
back.
going to say, don't do it right now, though. I don't think I'd do it right now.
Okay.
Because we've had so much turnover.
Who bucks the trend?
Well, I mean, the Baltimore Ravens. We just had turnover there. That's what I'm saying. Like, you've had so much turnover in the last 3 years that now it does.
But that's not – you're taking what I said a little too literally. If you look at the teams that have had coaches for the longest period of time, they're all winners. Kansas City, Los Angeles Rams, San Francisco 49ers. The Bengals are up there, but the Bengals got to a Super Bowl way more recently than the Giants did.
Mm-hmm.
The Green Bay Packers, the Detroit Lions, the Philadelphia Eagles, the Minnesota Vikings, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Denver Broncos, Houston Texans, Indianapolis Colts, and that's probably where we stop. Every franchise I just said is in the top 12 of teams in the league.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a coincidence. It's not a coincidence. So tying it back to where I originally started this, I hate to tell you this, Giant fans, you're a hell of a lot closer to the Cardinals than you are to the Ravens.
Sure you are. But your Super Bowl still put you at the top of that list.
Disagree. I think I could get 10 more teams.
Seriously.
Where do you think if you were power ranking franchises, where do you think the Giants fit? Because it starts with a 2 or you're out of your gourd.
Sure it is.
I got 10 more teams before I get into the 20s.
What do you mean?
I mean, so if you're in the 20s, that means you're in the bottom 12 in this league. That means that Super Bowl doesn't mean excrement. Because there's a lot of teams here that haven't won one.
You're a coach in this league, and you get 2 letters in the mail. And one comes from the Giants organization, and one comes from the Arizona Cardinals organization. You don't look at one of those and go, that's a better franchise than the other.
Nope.
Wow. That's insane to me.
Nope. And actually, I could tie a bunch of them together. I'll just pull up the list. For me, every team I'm getting ready to say is in virtually the same boat. And this will probably explain this better of, well, if you cut all those out, you might as well plan on being a quarterback's coach for the rest of your life. The Miami Dolphins, the New York Jets, the Cleveland Browns, the Cincinnati Bengals are weird because I think the front office is so bad, but I do keep looking at Joe Burrow going, that can be fun.
Mm-hmm.
The Tennessee Titans, the Las Vegas Raiders, the Arizona Cardinals, the New Orleans Saints, the Carolina Panthers. I want to say Atlanta, but I'm not going to. Because I do really like Arthur Blank. The Chicago Bears, the New York Giants. That's 11 teams. I look at all of them exactly the same.
Okay.
None of you have what I consider to be a franchise quarterback except Cincinnati, which is why I blinked at them.
Mm-hmm.
You have a really bad track record drafting. You have a really bad owner track record. And you have a history of being rather cheap. So, yeah, to me, they're all the same. You're going to fire me in 3 years anyway.
Really
so
bad owner track record?
Mm-hmm.
What's the track record there?
With who? I just said 11 teams.
I'm thinking the Giants. What is the bad track record for the Mara family?
That they're really loyal to people and they never move on, which is why Joe Shane's still employed.
Mm-hmm.
Because if that ownership group was really adept, they'd be looking at this guy going, How did you fall just completely backwards into the only offensive lineman on this team that's any good? Because you've thrown a lot of bullets at this.
Right.
Virtually every player the New York Giants have that I actually like, you couldn't screw it up. You could either take Malik Neighbors or MHJ. I don't really think there was a miss there. Neighbors, you factor in the injury, I would say him and MHJ are a wash now. Abdul Carter, what else were you going to do?
Mm-hmm.
There's no quarterback there, so you took the best player on the board. Yeah, I don't really give you much credit for that. Then you get into the second round and go, oh, my God, did you throw a dart at a board? And you've been doing this for 15 years.
Mm-hmm.
That shines on the ownership group. Because at some point, you got to look around and go, what are we doing here? I'll put it, see if this makes what I'm saying make a little more sense. The New York Giants are run like they're the Pittsburgh Steelers, and they're not even close to Pittsburgh. We don't fire coaches, we don't fire GMs, we trust in our guy. Well, that's awesome when they don't suck.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, all of yours have, other than Tom Coughlin, for about 30 years.
Right. After Tom Coughlin, you got a whole bunch of Joe Judge in there.
And what was old side part?
The dude with the oversized suit.
Yeah, I never can remember his name.
Mike something. I keep wanting to say McCarthy, and I know that's wrong.
We have a super chat before we go into the break.
Cause it's all about the money, money, money. All about the money, money, money. I do this for my hustle, the hustle all day.
It's from Great North Sports. He says, since Tom Brady's first Super Bowl, the four major sports in Boston, Celtics, Bruins, Patriots, and Red Sox, have had 18 losing seasons and have gone to 21 championships. I get why people hate the Patriots. Mm-hmm. It's the reason they call it the City of Champions.
Yeah. And Stephen Tao said, is Jeremy actually arguing that that the Cardinals are better than the Giants? I would argue their roster is currently better. And what I'm really arguing is that when you get in that bottom tier, if you were hiding from the Cardinals and you weren't interested in that job, you shouldn't have been interested in practically any other job on the market, because I think they're all the same job.
Mm-hmm.
But 3 years from now, when John Harbaugh steps away because they don't want to fire him and admit a $100 million mistake, because it's not the coach. First of all, you have a lot of downsides in New York that nobody ever talks about. The tax is insane,
mm-hmm.
and it's getting ready to get worse. That's a big problem. We're also talking about a millionaire's tax that you think it's bad right now. Hold on to your britches, because it will get 100 times worse. That makes it almost impossible to win in New York as it sits. That's if you're really well run. Which, from top to bottom, probably the best run organization in New York is the Yankees.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's right.
Oh, yeah.
It could
I would say there's no doubt.
It could be the Rangers, too.
Maybe.
But that's the reason I said the Yankees is I know that's the one that you wouldn't roll your eyes and go, I can't speak to this.
Right. The Rangers, I don't have any depth of knowledge there, but maybe.
Well, I mean, you just look at the issues that the state of New York has anyway. That's enough to put Arizona right there. I mean, because you're already down. You're down 20 points before the game tipped off,
mm-hmm.
because you have so many financial issues,
mm-hmm.
and then you go from there. I don't see the Giants catching up to that.
We got to take a break here in the Sportsocracy on ESPN Asheville. It's Draftivus. Apparently, we're airing the grievances today.
We hadn't even started airing the draft grievances. Guess that'll be the final hour.
We have not. We still got Mocking the Mocks on the way. Get into the YouTube comments here and take your grievances out as well. Going into the break here, it's a perfect opportunity to give you a chance to win. We got UNC Duke tickets on the line. We're going to pull the winner at 1 o'clock tomorrow. So we need some more entrants into the contest. Give us a call here in the studio, 225-4988, 225-4988. We are giving away 2 tickets to the UNC Duke game coming up on Saturday in Chapel Hill. Register now, 225-4988.
ESPN Asheville, your mountain weather forecast.
Not too bad of a Thursday afternoon, sunshine winning, and its sun over the next several days will just mess around with temps a bit. 38 today and sunny. Tonight will fall back into the upper teens. Tomorrow mostly sunny, breezy, near 50. Saturday sunshine, cooler again, 40. But back up near 50 and mostly sunny on Sunday. For the Weather Channel, I'm Ray Staging.
This report is sponsored by King's Hawaiian Sliders. Nothing brings friends and family together on game day like delicious King's Hawaiian Sliders. Bring them to the big game table and be the real MVP. Pick some up this weekend in the bakery or deli section of your local store. Football and King's Irresistible Hawaiian Sliders. There's nothing like it.
Sports lives on the iHeartRadio app, the home of the Super Bowl 60 tailgate concert presented by NetApp. Big game coverage, the Winter Olympics from Milan, NBC's official audio partner, Fox Sports Radio, ESPN, and sports betting. Search sports on the free iHeartRadio app and listen now.
I'm Amy Grant. No one was more surprised than I was to learn I was living with a rare heart condition. So listen to your heart. I'm here today because I did. Learn more at helpheart.org.
Mountain Graphics and Showtime Sports have teamed up under a new local owner to serve our community with the finest custom apparel and unique branded items at the best price. Mountain Graphics and Showtime Sports can customize whatever you, your team, or your local group may need with high-quality screen printing, embroidery, and laser engraving. Visit mtngraphicsavl.com or showtimesportsavl.com. That's mtngraphicsavl.com or showtimesportsavl.com for your local one-stop custom apparel shops.
I'm Coley Duffy.
I'm Cody Ward.
And
we're the Chainsaw Brothers.
Actually, we're cousins. A few days after Helene, we was in the driveway having a couple beers, waiting on the power to come back on. And we heard so many people calling, needing trees removed, and couldn't afford it.
So I called my dad to borrow a chainsaw, and over the next few months, we cleared trees for our neighbors. Our business was born out of wanting to help Western North Carolina get back on our feet.
We are fully insured and licensed. We keep our promises, meaning if we say we're going to be there, we'll be there. In these parts, we live how we were raised.
When you call the Chainsaw Brothers, you're not a customer, you're family. We're good at what we do, and we do it for a reasonable cost.
For all your chainsaw needs, call the Chainsaw Brothers. 828-316-1013. Or find us on Facebook. See how we treat our family.
Are you still covered up with storm damage and debris?
Call us about our daily rates at 828-316-1013. That's 828-316-1013. We're the Chainsaw Brothers, and with our neighbors, we're Western North Carolina strong.
Woohoo!
At Ingles, whether we're celebrating Friday night rivals, televising college basketball games, bringing the Fan Fest to semi-pro soccer, or taking you out to the ball game at your minor league park, it's all in the bag. Ingles, low prices, love the savings.
Whether you've got a dog in the fight or not, everybody likes to throw down for the big game, and there's no place like the Back Alley Bar at Bear's Smokehouse Barbecue on the South Slope in downtown Asheville. Kickoff is Sunday, February the 8th. Come watch the game, dig into legendary pulled pork, and feed your entire crew with a game day grub package. Perfect for 4 to 6 people, packed with ribs, sliders, wings, and 4 delicious sides. Great food, big screens, and a warm game day atmosphere you ought not miss. Go to BearsBBQ.com.
On the weird scale, there's Vegas, there's Florida, and there's Asheville. Let's get weird, Asheville.
We're back in the Sportsocracy. It is ESPN Asheville. It's time to get weird. And Jeremy, I feel like yesterday was a weird day in the media world.
Well, I mean, most days are weird days.
Yeah, but I'm talking from the standpoint of journalism, from the standpoint of what is the business going to become and what is it becoming today. And did you see the Washington Post story?
I did.
They're gutting it. Mm-hmm. All of it. Now, it's an organization that lost $100 million last year, so there's some cutting to do. Right?
Listen. The R in me can't help but go. Nothing survives that loses that much money.
No, nothing survives. Washington Post laying off a whole bunch of people yesterday, and they're shutting down the sports page altogether. They're just not going to do Intrepid Sports anymore. They have no more sports reporters. They have no more sports department. Who knows what that's going to look like in their publications, but who the hell gets their publications around here anyway? Does anybody here get the Washington Post? I mean, it would be the Maybe the only person that would get it would be Stephen Tao up in Maryland.
The Washington Post literally could have shuttered its doors and started sending out newspapers that were nothing but old comic strips of Calvin and Hobbes.
Yeah.
And I'd have no clue.
Yeah. I'm not saying it's like a giant loss to the sports reporting community or anything. It's another one of those signs of the changing landscape of media, though, and how these large companies work. And in the end, it does come down to what's it going to do to the information that's available for you and available for me, and where those sources come from. Our trusted sources are shifting by the day in the media world. I cannot get on board, though, with, because this is a Jeff Bezos project, right? He owns the Washington Post, and he has all the money in the world. And I think our morning reporter today said that on 570 WWNC, our national reporter Rory O'Neill joined us and was talking about this story, and he said that Jeff Bezos makes enough money in 1 week to be able to fund the entire Washington Post operation for a year. In 1 week, he makes enough money off of Amazon to fully fund Washington Post for a year, as it was before they made the cuts. I'm not saying he should do that. I'm just saying I think that's odd. However, I will say this. A man who runs a company where at the point where you have reporters on the ground in a war-torn country and you leave them there and fire them, that's a little much. That's the weird hook of this story. The Washington Post left their Ukrainian reporters in Ukraine and called them on a satellite phone and said, "You fired," and hung up. And now they're in Ukraine going, WTF.
That was a job for Donnie the Pooh for sure. I don't believe you have a paycheck anymore. I wouldn't look for it. Don't scourge.
And you're going to have to find some way to get home.
I'll send you a bottle of honey.
Now, I hope at some point that was an oversight, and at some point Jeff Bezos goes, oh, you know what? I should probably bring those people home.
So here's this is just my experience with this. I've seen that happen to two different guys at different events I was at where they were fired on site and they learned it because their corporate card didn't work anymore.
Declined. But to be fair, neither of those guys were stranded in war-torn countries.
No.
Okay.
One of them was just, nope, not even going to say that because you can probably figure out who it was. And I was with him that night, and he still curses my name for how much tequila I purchased.
Oh, I'm sure.
It was not a good day, but I tried to make it a little better. Tank, are you interested in archaeology at all?
I love archaeology.
I had a feeling you would.
Nerd.
You're a big Indiana Jones guy, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like, I'm going to be Indy. I'm going to be an archaeologist with a whip.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
I play Red Dead Redemption and go hunting for dinosaur bones. That's how stupid I am.
Attaboy.
You could kill people, you know. Nope. I want to go look for dinosaur bones in the woods, in the fake woods.
Well, I don't know where in the archaeology power rankings you have to be to wind up on a dig in Utah. But that's where these fellers were.
All right.
So the best that I can tell, they were mining. They were doing a dig in a mining town called Alta, Utah, and they uncover some artifacts.
Are they? Never mind. Go ahead.
No good.
No good was coming from what I was about to say.
I will bet you I know no less than 4 of the words, and I'm so glad you played 1, 2, 3 shut mouth right there. He's just a big dumb animal.
I'm going to tell you what it is during the break, and you're going to laugh a lot.
Probably. One of the things that they found was a 150-year-old bottle of alcohol.
Okay, let's go. That'll get you right.
That's kind of where I'm headed with this. What do you think they did with it?
I mean, if they didn't drink it, they're doing it wrong.
Of course they did. They drank it all.
Oh, yeah.
All of it.
Yeah.
Am I weird that even me being someone that really enjoys alcohol, 150 years, that's too much for me.
Is it? Okay.
No doubt.
All right.
See, because, I mean, and maybe I'm looking at this the wrong way. I'm thinking of the bottling integrity, and it's been in dirt, and I don't really want to do any of that. I can go to the local liquor store and buy a brand new fresh bottle of Fireball for like $21.
Mm-hmm. But why do people pay so much money for those, special 120-year-old oaken casket or like people pay money for that stuff, and I just found it in the ground.
Yep.
Mine now.
Sure, and the ones you just said were aged in like an oak cask, or they were
a cask, not a casket. Sorry, I did say casket.
I knew.
My bad.
They were aged, not under a convent in Utah,
and definitely not in somebody's burial plot.
Yeah. For me, I can't drink that. I just can't do it. It's kind of like dry-aged steak. I can do a dry-aged steak until you tell me it was dry-aged for it was dry-aged for 190 days. Well, that's a corpse. Like, at this point, I'm eating Bessie's corpse.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
This is no longer treating the meat.
Right. You turned that room down 2 degrees, and this thing would have spoiled 100 days ago.
At this point, you're just feeding me a cow that you left in the field for too long. That's not culinary masterpiece. Bread. People do that with bread, too. They're like, I started this sourdough 2 years ago. Cool. Then your poopy system can enjoy that because mine's not gonna. Because that sounds like Chipotle on steroids. I will pass.
If you invest the time in some things, it can make them better.
Yes.
Right?
I also know that there are people out there that go, that have truffle pigs that find mushrooms out of poo. I don't want those either.
Mm-hmm.
You want to know why I'm a simple man? Because some of the things that y'all eat and go, oh, it's a delicacy. I'm good. That went through another critter before it got to me.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of, have you already made your plans for the fanciest chicken McNuggets you'll ever have? Currently, there is a thing online where you can go and you can get caviar for your McNuggets. Did you know this?
Well, I mean, anybody could get caviar for their McNuggets.
Oh, but this is special chicken nugget caviar from McDonald's. They say it's a delicacy. And you can go to McNuggetCaviar.com and you can get you a little kit, and they'll send you a $25 gift card. They'll send you a little can of caviar. They'll send you a special spoon for your caviar. All those things.
You know what I just heard? You can take your hooker on a date, but you shouldn't because it doesn't make a lot of sense.
You take your McNugget, you swipe a little creme fraiche on it, dress that, quote, here's the quote for the story, you dress that with a hefty plop of luxurious caviar, which, by the way, if you're trying to say luxurious, don't use plop. Plop's not a good word to use.
Plop's what you use for pizza rolls. You get a plop of ranch to eat your pizza rolls.
I don't know. Maybe some people are into that kind of thing.
There are a lot of people that are into very fancy things. Oh, I bought this bottle of wine that was created by Napoleon Bonaparte. Awesome. I bought a bottle of Boone's Farm. Which one of us do you think is going to have a more fun night, me or you? Because you're going to sit here like some sommelier and go, oh, can't you sense the tannins? And I'm going to be in the corner going, free bird! Because I just drank a box of Boone's Farm. I win. And I spent $4.
Mm-hmm.
Balling on a budget. I'm telling you, it's a thing.
Further proof that Jeremy, despite the fact that he was born in the 1980s, is 4 years old. Give me chicken nuggets and pizza rolls and some Bud White, and I'll be just fine.
I don't know what kind of 4-year-old you were, but I think we would have been friends. Just based on how you just said that.
Oh, he's adorable. He's a big dumb animal.
My way is simple. Somebody in the chat said, "Don't tell anybody how long don't tell Jeremy how long it takes to age cheese." That's the process. of making cheese. You know what's not the process of making steak? I left it sitting in a cooler that's just like if the power goes out, we're all falafel. Because it'll be a decaying corpse.
For more than 10 minutes, right?
Yeah, and like if the power, like if the breaker flips, I'm going to have to go Usain Bolt to reset that thing, or there will be congealed cow parts in that room. I'm good. I don't need anything that has a margin that's that thin.
Yeah.
I'll take a chicken nugget because I know that chicken was last alive when Ronald Reagan was the president of the United States. And I don't care. I don't know what McDonald's does to keep that chicken to where it won't kill me, but I'll be 39 years old in 6 weeks. And the only thing that's been in my life that long is my parents and McDonald's. And I'm fine. My cholesterol might be a little high.
A little.
My heart's probably enlarged. Probably staring death in the face. But I've had a good run. I don't need your cheese that, well, we actually put this together in 1974. Nope. Pass. Get me a good mild cheddar. Little Colby Jack.
Jeremy hates antiques. That's what I heard. You're in the Sportsocracy.
New is always better.
Not.
New is always better.
You're in the Sportsocracy, and this is ESPN Asheville.
ESPN Asheville, your mountain weather forecast.
Not too bad of a Thursday afternoon. Sunshine winning, and it's sun over the next several days. We'll just mess around with temps a bit. 38 today and sunny. Tonight will fall back into the upper teens. Tomorrow mostly sunny, breezy, near 50. Saturday sunshine, cooler again, 40. But back up near 50 and mostly sunny on Sunday. From the Weather Channel, I'm Ray Stajic.
This report is sponsored by King's Hawaiian Sliders. Nothing brings friends and family together on game day like delicious King's Hawaiian Sliders. Bring them to the big game table and be the real MVP. Pick some up this weekend in the bakery or deli section of your local store. Football and King's Irresistible Hawaiian Sliders. There's nothing like it.
Every weekday, this is what you'll sound like after winning $1,000 in bonus bucks.
Oh my goodness! Oh, nice. I can't believe it.
Get ready to win right here.
Win $1,000 on ESPN Asheville.
Explore a career as a correctional officer. NC Department of Adult Correction is hiring with state benefits and paid vacation. Becoming a correctional officer can be a rewarding first step along a public safety career. Visit dac.nc.gov/cojobs.
Are you running for office and have a message you want every voter in your district to hear? Well, that's where radio comes in. Radio is your direct line to morning commuters, midday grinders, and late nighters. Radio puts your message right where your voters are. Plus, it's 1/10 the time and cost of video. Don't just campaign. Connect with millions all over the country. Even thousands in the smallest communities with radio. Call now and be on air in just 48 hours. 844-844-IHEART. That's 844-844-IHEART.
Spice up the big game with a hot box from Dave's Hot Chicken.
Download to see if you qualify. Not all customers will qualify. Transfer fees may apply. No Albert subscription required. Albert is not a bank. Albert Instant Loans are issued by FinWise Bank, member FDIC. Not an actual client. Terms apply.
Kylie, what's wrong? I just got hit with a car repair bill. I'm behind on rent, and I feel like I can never save any money.
Have you tried the Albert app? Albert is your financial assistant, helping you find ways to save and create custom budgets to actually grow your money. Plus, you can get up to $10,000 for big expenses or advance up to $1,000 fast when you need cash right away.
Albert can get me up to $10,000?
Exactly. Albert spots you in a pinch and helps you grow your money in the long run.
I'm downloading Albert right now.
Download the Albert app and use promo code MOVE to borrow up to $10,000 for whatever you need. The Albert app helps you budget better and save more money so you reach your financial goals faster. Download the Albert app right now and use promo code MOVE to borrow up to $10,000. Use code MOVE to borrow up to $10,000.
It's time to discover the convenience and time savings of contact-free pickup with Ingles Curbside. Just visit shop.ingles-markets.com or download the app. And your Ingles personal shopper gets to work with specialized training on how to select the freshest items for a pre-scheduled pickup. They'll even text you with updates. You pull up to a designated space and your personal shopper delivers your items right to your vehicle. Fresh, fast, and affordable. It's all in the bag. Ingles. Low prices. Love the savings.
Clarissa sells WNC as the #1 team in Buncombe County. We have the customer service experience to assist you in achieving your real estate goals. Our team offers something that 90% of listings in our market won't have, Zillow Showcase. Check us out at clarissasellswnc.com.
This is ESPN Asheville, Asheville's #1 sports station.
Coming up the middle on a blitz, he throws to the end zone, touchdown!
Beer City's Tar Heel station.
Off the back, iron of Wilson comes soaring in to dunk it home.
Home of the Sportsocracy.
He said, Kyle Shanahan asked, why isn't tic-tac-toe named Hugs and Kisses? That's all Tech's going to call it.
Live from the Ingalls studio, weekdays at noon, ESPN Asheville.
The possibility of lung cancer can be pretty scary, especially if you're one of approximately 8 million current or former smokers at high risk. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know that now there's a breakthrough low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early, and it only takes 60 seconds. You stop smoking, now start screening. For an easy quiz to see if you're eligible, visit SaveByTheScan.org. It could save your life. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
First News on 570.
They do seem to have luck with those robot dogs.
Why would you want one?
They seem dangerous.
They don't do any of the things a dog should do.
No.
It's not fun to pet them.
No. They're not cuddly.
Weekday mornings at 6.
If that thing jumped on you on the couch, it'd probably break you.
Oh, I'd throw it across the room.
Can you imagine? Like titanium.
No,
yeah.
Come on, Toaster Boy.
That's
you
right.
Get down.
That's Toaster Boy.
On News Radio 570 WWNC.
Are you prepared for an emergency or disaster? Because it's not a matter of if, but when. Don't find yourself saying,
I'll trust water bottles and a flashlight to save the day, but I'll be proved wrong.
With a tornado approaching, I'll realize that I like a wheelchair-accessible shelter.
When the floodwaters rise, I'll be up in the attic with 20 cans of beans. It's a recipe for disaster.
Let's prepare so we all have a better story to tell. Get started at ready.gov/older adults. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
Asheville's #1 sports station, ESPN Asheville, WPEK, W225CJ Fairview, WMXF Waynesville, an iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human.
Now here's your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Happy. That's happy. Enter it now.
Your chance to win is at ESPNAVL.com. Good luck.
Live from the Ingalls studio.
I can't wait to play with myself every day.
The Sportsocracy.
Damn the devil to hell!
Let the big dog eat! Let him on the field!
Come get you some of this.
Fire them cannons! By golly, put more powder in those things.
He couldn't take any more disappointment.
Oh my God, the Jets killed him.
And welcome back into the Sportsocracy on ESPN Asheville, 92.9 FM, 880 AM, and 1400. Sportsocracy heard everywhere you go on the iHeart Radio app. Seen everywhere on YouTube. Just go to thesportsocracy.com, click the live video link, subscribe to the channel, and join us in the chat. Today, on the eve of our last Football Friday of the season, which is just sadness.
It's not our last football Friday.
Well, I mean, we call the other ones Football Friday, but they're never a true Football Friday because Football Fridays mean there needs to be football after that. And there's no football after this one, after any other Friday. It's the last one until August, and it pains me.
Seahawk AZ said there's no actual chicken in a Chicken McNugget. It's the hot dog of the poultry world.
Uh-huh.
You know I love hot dogs, right?
Which is the strangest thing. He loves hot dogs, but not bologna. Make that make sense. Maddeningly inconsistent.
Because a hot dog is hot and bologna is not.
Mm-hmm. But they're the same thing.
Yep. 100% right.
Okay. Right.
And if you hand me a cooked chicken breast or one that's been left outside for too long, I'm going to choose the one that was refrigerated. Because that makes sense. Because it's supposed to be cold. Hot dog's supposed to be hot. Bologna's not hot.
No. Because it's not a hot dog. It's a bologna.
Yeah. And that's why one of them is gross and one of them is not.
I give you at the NFL Draft Nerd.
Woo!
His ever-growing wisdom. Today.
Look, you probably shouldn't take my advice on food, although you'll have a fun, very basic life. You should probably take my advice on draft things, though, because I'm not bad at this.
Yeah, sure. It's time to mock the mocks, as Jeremy put out the 3-round post-Senior Bowl mock draft yesterday.
And your team-by-team 4-rounders start today.
Oh, look at that.
We will start with the Arizona Cardinals for me to make up to Red Sea. All of I think there were about 10 players he wanted that went within 5 players.
Oh, no.
That's the fun thing. So basically when we did the mock yesterday, I sounded it out. I didn't go in with any preconceived notion except Fernando Mendoza's going 1. And you know what's funny? We did that way, and I walked away from it and went, there are about 30 teams in the league that I go, that would be an A. You crushed this. Then there were 2 that I went, that didn't go as well for you as I would have liked.
Right. By the way, a fried bologna sandwich, fantastic.
I don't want hot meat on my cold cut sandwich. Give me ham, give me turkey, give me roast beef, any of those. I'm good. They're hot sandwiches, they're cold sandwiches. I'm sure fried bologna's fine. I'll never know, because if I go hot sandwich, the power ranking is meatball sub, Philly cheesesteak, buffalo chicken. Every sandwich shop in America has one of those 3 things. It will always beat bologna. For me.
It's like a grilled cheese sandwich, though.
Grilled cheese is one of the – I eat it with soup. That's it. I've never, ever just gone, I'm going to make me a grilled cheese today. Now, Tank makes them at night. I believe Shane Gillis has talked about this.
100%. We are making them at night. And my wife is lucky I'm not keeping them in a drawer somewhere. Just in case. Like I do my peanut butter. It's got to have it handy. You got like 4 jars around the house. Just you never know when you're going to need it.
I about had a stroke on that first salad. That was enough for me to go,
I wasn't going to say that. Anyhow, yeah. Anyway.
We have a super chat.
Super chat time? Okay.
Show me the money, show me the money. I like the cash. Show me the money.
It's from Michael Whiteside, who said, okay, then put it on toast, Picky. I'm not saying I would have an aversion. Now we're getting into the, okay, now I'm taking the cold hot dog, which I'm heating it up, and I'm putting it on a bun. Why did I not just have a hot dog? Because putting ketchup and mustard, which is the part I love of a hot dog, that's weird on a bologna sandwich.
Yeah, no. You don't make it. It's a grilled cheese sandwich. Bologna and cheese.
You could tell me I'm allowed to eat 10 foods for the rest of my life, and I'd be perfectly fine.
Yes, we know. We know this. Mocking the mocks. Back to something that makes sense out of your brain. The NFL draft all begins with Fernando Mendoza going number 1 overall. Everyone knows it. The dissension really begins at 3. Because I think every mock I've seen, for the most part, all of them have Fernando Mendoza, because we all know that's what's going to happen. Second pick seems to be Arvell Reese. Across the no.
So this is one of the things I talked with Trevor Sikkema about at the Senior Bowl. When was the last time we had an off-ball linebacker go at 2? And everybody says, oh, he's an edge rusher. No, he's not. He might be 3 years from now. He's not right now. Oh, by the way, if we were ranking team needs, where does edge rusher fall for the Jets?
Low.
It's 12? Maybe? I don't think. To me, Arvell Reese wasn't even in the discussion at 2. I also have him at 11 or 12 overall. He's one of those super projections. That's fine. You like where he might go, that's fine. I have him going to Tennessee at 4. But at the end of the day, he's an off-ball linebacker. Never forget that.
I'm clicking through here. This is number 7. Not a single one of the 7 that I pulled up have anybody but Arvell Reese go into the New York Jets. Jeremy, it's your chance to tell everybody that they're crazy and they're going with an offensive lineman.
No, lineman. They're fine on the offensive line. I went Caleb Downs. Caleb Downs to me is the best player in this class. Just straight up, it's a position of need for the Jets. The secondary was awful. I'm not taking an off-ball linebacker at 2.
But you take a safety there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'll take a safety that I know for a fact is going to be a Pro Bowl level player. I did this with Malachi Starks. I did this with Kyle Hamilton. And guess what? I was right about both of them.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll be right about Caleb Downs, too. Now, I can't tell you that that's the player the Jets are going to take. As a matter of fact, I wouldn't be – there's a slew of guys that I could see them taking. If you take a right tackle for the second year in a row, I think your fan base might riot. So you're going to have to take somebody that – I wouldn't be shocked if they took David Bailey would make a little sense. More scheme fit-wise. Reuben Bain's the one that would really make sense. Arvell Reese makes less than 0 cents.
Mm-hmm.
And if you can give me one tangible piece of proof where you go, yeah, Arvell Reese is going to play with his hand down in a 4-man front. Can't wait to see it because I've watched every snap he's ever played at Ohio State and never done it one time.
Right.
Not where I go, yep, that's the one.
So the Jets in your mock went with Caleb Downs.
They did.
Okay. I still have that question of at what point will the front office, not you, but at what point will the front office convince themselves to take a, what do you call it, not a premier position?
Well, Arvell Reese doesn't play a premier position either.
Well, I mean, if they see him as an edge rusher.
Then they're morons.
Well, probably they may be.
I'll be honest with you,
but that's what I'm saying. The industry, the mock drafters all think he is. So I don't know if the teams do.
Mm-hmm. And Randy had a good point in our YouTube chat. A lot of them thought Shedeur Sanders was going 2nd overall last year. How many of those did I go, you've lost your mind?
Oh, yeah. And we had Malik Willis going 1.
By the way, of all mock drafters, who had Shedeur's final landing spot the closest?
Yep.
Hi, that's me. And it was not close. Tank can attest to this. David Smith can attest to this. We had people coming up to our table going, what do you know that I don't know? I'll happily tell you. I didn't hide it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what I think's funny is, do people think I just make this up? Like I'm just sitting at home going, hey, what can I lie about today? Nope. And I'll tell you another thing about Arvell Reese. Of the most popular draft analysts in the country, I've talked to 4 of them in the last, 7 days is.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to go hours, and then I realized I don't know how many hours that is. Not one of us sees Arvell Reese as an edge rusher. He's an off-ball linebacker that maybe you can develop into an edge in a 3-4 and kind of a move piece. None of us see him as a consistent defensive because he will get run all over. He is thin. He has never shown that he can do that. He's an off-ball linebacker. Now, if you look at LeVar Arrington's career and go, yeah, sign me up for that, then okay, take him at 2. The Jets don't prioritize that, and they never have.
Yep.
And I don't see any reason they're going to stop now.
Okay.
Or start. I guess that'd be start now.
There seems to be a lot of dissension on who the top offensive lineman is in this class.
Francis Maui, no, it's not even close. Spencer Fano is the one that you go, well, he might be able to play left tackle. I don't like players. Okay, so I can boil this down pretty aggressively. If I say the word might more than twice with a guy I'm taking in the top 10, you can assume I'm very uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Francis Maui Noah, I know exactly what he is. He's going to be a right tackle in this league for a lot of years. Worst case scenario, because this is what we do. Okay, what is his high side? Where can it go wrong? I just heard Todd McShay say this not 24 hours ago. Maui Noah, the downside is he becomes an all-pro guard. Spencer Fano, he never finds a position. He's too stiff to play guard. He's too tall to play guard. And he just kind of bounces around the league as a middling tackle. That's why I have Spencer Fano going 13 to the Rams.
Wow. That's much lower than I've seen in other mocks.
You know why? I can 100% tell you why.
Mm-hmm.
Because the average mock drafter that comes in, swoops in here in the middle of January, the third week in January, because they've covered the league all year, and then they swoop in here and they try to figure out who these guys are at the absolute last minute. They go, find me a quarterback, find me an offensive tackle, find me a wide receiver, find me a cornerback, find me an edge rusher. And when they don't have those, they start just making it up. I don't know a soul in this league that has Spencer Fano top 3.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know one. I'm not saying they're not out there. I don't know one. So when I see him at 3, I just kind of chuckle of I have yet to talk to a soul that has Fano over Maui Noah.
Yeah.
Now, if you're specifically looking for a guy that can play on the left, maybe.
Right.
He's played on the right his entire career, so you're projecting that. I know Maui Noah can't play on the left.
And that's more of a premium. And you
Sure.
you pay up for a left tackle.
Sure.
And so if he's the guy, and there's no way that Francis can be a left tackle, sure. I can see you going for the guy that might be close but has the potential to be the position that you absolutely need. I mean, because that is what I would say that's one of the cornerstone pieces of any team is the left tackle.
So so you got the pyramid.
Mm-hmm. Quarterback 1.
I don't know if we've ever gone over the pyramid.
I don't know that we have.
So the pyramid is basically there is one premier position. Anyone want to take a stab at what it is?
Quarterback.
Nailed it. There are 2 secondary premium positions.
Left tackle and edge rusher.
And then there are 3 building block pieces. Not every team fully agrees on what those are. For me, they're wide receiver, right tackle, and cornerback.
Okay.
And then you get into the next layer, which is defensive tackle, guard, safety.
Corner.
Well, I just said corner.
Oh.
Corner's one of my 6.
Yeah.
I would probably have center because I prioritize center more than most people do. Then you get into the ancillary positions, which for me are slot corner, off-ball linebacker, running back, slot receiver.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the pyramid. So the problem we have in this draft is that there's very little at the top of the triangle, and there's a whole lot at the base. I mean, my number 1 player in this class plays safety.
Mm-hmm.
My number 2 plays running back. My number 3 plays right tackle. I can do this for a minute.
I was going to say, your number 4 is a linebacker.
Arvell's not my 4. He's considerably lower than that.
Right.
I mean, I've got Bain up there. I've got Bailey up there. That's the issue. It's also why I'm going to rant about this at some point in the hour, so I might as well just go ahead and say it. It's why guys in the media get fixated on certain players because they have name recognition, and I can't figure out who's going to take them that high. The one I'm stuck on is Akeem Mesidor. I get it. Everybody likes him. He's really big, and I don't think he's a 5-tech. So for me, he's like a poor man's version of Keldrick Falk. But you get stuck on the fact that, well, the production and he had Reuben Bain on the other side of him. That has to play in. It also has to play in that this kid's going to be 25 years old before he plays a snap. That factors in. We've done this a dozen times. Darius Alexander last year, I was drunk on him. He didn't go to the 3rd round because he was 25 years old. But we just keep making the same mistakes every year, and I watch guys do it. And look, could a team fall in love with Mesidor? Sure. That's going to be a one-off. Because if you're telling me I can have a 21-year-old kid that's 3 years out of high school, or I'm going to take a kid that was born in 2001, that's not really that. He's going to lose that tiebreaker. Even if you think he's a better player right now, what will this player be in 4 years from now? Because I'm going to be getting ready to give him his 2nd contract by that time.
Right.
Mesidor, I get one deal out of. That's it. Because he'll be 30. If I take him in the 1st round, he'll be 30 years old before he signs his 2nd contract. Do you see the problem in that?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't heard a soul say that yet. Oh, he's definitely going in the top 20. No, he's not. Because I'll tell you a dirty little secret. He'll be the oldest player to go in the top 20 in the last 20 years minimum, if he does.
When you take a player that high, you have to I would think if you're a GM, you would have in your mind, how many years do I need to get out of this pick?
It can happen. A couple things have to really be true. It has to be an injury red flag that he has now satiated. So he had a bulky knee when he was young. The production's been pretty consistent over a handful of years. And then here's the caveat, and this is what burns Akeem Mesidor. The position has to not really be good. Do you know how many edge rushers I like in this class?
A bunch.
It's a lot. I mean, and I've got Mesidor reasonably high. I'm trying to find now.
You had him at like 30-something, didn't you?
He's in that area somewhere. Because to me, if you're going to use him to the best of his abilities, it's going to be a very specific fit where he plays on the outside, probably on early downs, and he slides inside. I'm not sure he can do that. That's what I was telling you about him being a 5-tech. I don't see him as a 5-tech.
Right.
I see him as one of those in that NASCAR package that you always talk about, where the Giants started taking ends and putting them in the middle. That's a whole different skill set. In terms of, is he going to play 5-tech for like your Tampa Bay Buccaneers? No, it's going to go the exact same way Kalijah Cansey did. The good will be good, and the bad will be irrelevant.
Right.
And he'll get washed out over and over and over again because that's not how he wins. Keldrick Falk doesn't have the sacks, but you can watch him and go, that's a 5-tech. That right there is a dude that can play that 3-4 defensive end spot, and he is going to wreak havoc. May not have a ton of sacks, but he's going to be really good at that position.
Right.
And I just find it funny when we fall in love with these guys. Now, after the break, there's another thing that I have to say out loud, or my brain is going to explode. It has to do with where I just came from.
You're in the Sportsocracy, and this is ESPN Asheville.
Every weekday, this is what you'll sound like after winning $1,000 in bonus bucks.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, nice. I can't believe it.
Get ready to win right here.
Win $1,000 on ESPN Asheville.
Explore a career as a correctional officer. NC Department of Adult Correction is hiring with state benefits and paid vacation. Becoming a correctional officer can be a rewarding first step along a public safety career. Visit dac.nc.gov/cojobs.
Jesus didn't live passively. He lived on a rescue mission. As we step into the new year, the Daily Pursuit with Tim Tebow podcast reminds us that God has called us to more, to live on purpose and rise as conquerors. As followers of Christ, we're called to do the same, because discipline may be painful in the moment, but it produces a harvest of righteousness and peace. Open your free iHeartRadio app, search The Daily Pursuit with Tim Tebow, and listen now.
Whether you've got a dog in the fight or not, everybody likes to throw down for the big game, and there's no place like the Back Alley Bar at Bear's Smokehouse Barbecue on the South Slope in downtown Asheville. Kickoff is Sunday, February the 8th. Come watch the game, dig into legendary pulled pork, and feed your entire crew with a game day grub package. Perfect for 4 to 6 people, packed with ribs, sliders, wings, and 4 delicious sides. Great food, big screens, and a warm game day atmosphere you ought not miss. Go to BearsBBQ.com.
Did you know that Ingles sells a huge variety of organic items? Or that they run their own dairy? Or that they only serve USDA choice and prime meat? Did you know that they have more local craft beer than any place else? Or that they have Energy Smart stores? Or that they professionally slice and package imported cheese from Europe? Did you know about their giant international aisle, local farm partnerships, curbside pickup, wine department? Or that they donate 3,956 meals a day to local food banks? Well, now you do. It's all in the bag. Ingles, low prices, love the savings.
Sure, you know Appalachian Motor Coach is the official shuttle sponsor of the Living the Dream Tailgate Tour. But did you know that they can get you anywhere in style? Weddings, bachelor or bachelorette parties, corporate gatherings, family reunions, Appalachian Motor Coach makes the ride part of the fun. Luxury seating, climate control, and none of the stress of parking or driving. Appalachian Motor Coach gets you there relaxed, on time, and ready for the party. For more information, visit them at AppalachianMotorCoach.com. Appalachian Motor Coach, the best memories start on the ride.
Selling your home? Don't settle for average. Our real estate team at Clarissa Sells WNC and eXp Realty offers Zillow Showcase, an exclusive AI-powered listing experience available to just the top 10% of all listings in our area. With immersive media, cutting-edge design, and elevated marketing, Showcase listings, they go pending quicker and sell for up to $9,000 more than standard listings. Ready to stand out in a crowded market? Give our team a call today, 828-774-6343, because your home deserves the spotlight.
The Sportsocracy.
What are you people? On dope?
It is the Sportsocracy, and welcome back in to the madhouse that is Radio Ranch. I love the fact that we have two people in here that can just pounce on Jeremy's nerves now, and it makes me so happy just to see him get all riled up. You know, you've been listening to this program long enough. You know that's part of my life goal is to just rev his engine and let him run. It's good times. Good times in the Sportsocracy here on ESPN Asheville.
Now I got two of them that are just...
Just annoy the hell out of you, won't we?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's... you remember Stewart from Mad TV? Look what I can do. I feel like I have two of those. One of them sitting right beside me, one of them sitting across from me, and they're just poking me going, hey, have you seen my new tennis shoes? Mm-hmm. Hey, have you seen my new tennis? Mm-hmm. It's like Fernando Mendoza's sitting over there and his sister's sitting right beside me.
Well, we love you, Jeremy. We really do. And we're glad that you're happy.
We're glad you're such a good draft analyst, and we're so glad that you do all the content here on ESPN Asheville. It's so nice of you, and it's so nice that you let us play with you, too.
Mocking the Mocks.
I don't need a reason to drink, but I'm glad you give me one.
We are Mocking the Mocks here in the Sportsocracy, going through mock drafts from many analysts who, well, look, they're all trying to catch up to where you're at, Jeremy, right? Maybe they focus on other things throughout the year.
Not all of them. No, there are some that are, I think, very realistic. Todd McShay, first of all, congratulations to Todd McShay. New deal with Netflix.
Oh,
I
nice.
actually watched his show this morning on Netflix.
Nice.
Todd's one of my favorite people in this industry. Mm-hmm. He is such a nice guy. Mm-hmm. And he was very welcoming to me. Yes, that does make me a little biased, but I also think he knows his stuff.
Yeah.
Trevor Sikkema. Mm-hmm. Brilliant dude. Did I tell you the story about us at the Senior Bowl where we were switching chairs? So he was doing an interview. I was the one coming in after him.
Okay.
We're talking on the mezzanine there at the Senior Bowl. Literally, by the time we were done, there were like 15 people standing around us just listening to us because we were just going back and forth on different players and stuff like that. And we kind of looked around like, what? What?
They were just enthralled by the conversation.
When Logan Paulson went, you guys just keep talking. I'm just going to sit here and I'm just going to soak all this in. I went, oh, it's awful flattering. There are a lot of guys that know what they're doing, but there's also a lot that come in, they cover college. Mm-hmm. And so they come in here and then they do this one thing that absolutely drives me sheep shearer crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Stop overreacting to everything you saw in shorts at the freaking Senior Bowl. Malachi Fields is not going in the first round. Ty Montgomery is not going in the top 100. We've done this 2,000 times because here's what's going to happen. And it goes the same way every time. We watch them go bonkers at the Senior Bowl. Then we're going to go back to the tape, and you're going to go, huh. Yeah, Malachi tracks the ball really well, but he has some drop problems. And he's not as fast as you want him to be. And, yeah, he'll probably settle in. I mean, I had him in the top of 2 just solely because I think he fits the Tennessee Titans really well because they need a big-bodied receiver. I've seen him in the top 15. Stop that. He could be 5. Mm-hmm. And that may settle that way. He's not going ahead of – and Unless Carnell Tate, Jordan Tyson, Denzel Boston, or Mekhi Lemon have a leg severed by an industrial tractor, he's not going in front of any of the four of them. Unless somebody is out of their mind.
Mm-hmm. But he's ahead of like KC and...
Well, KC Concepcion doesn't want to ever... KC Concepcion would be one of the best flag football players you've ever seen. Because he gets open all the time, but man, it really looks like he never wants to get hit ever.
Yeah.
He steps out of bounds more than about any receiver I've ever seen. And for a slot, that scares me because I'm going to ask you to
come across
that
the middle.
thing.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you to stare at Kyle Hamilton and go, I'm coming right at you. And I need you to not piddle in your pants when he figures it out and tries to separate your head from your shoulders.
So you want a little more toughness out of him.
I think he's a really poor man's Ladd McConkey. And if you remember, I tried to warn you about McConkey of those guys. It is tough to get them the ball because they're so little.
Mm-hmm.
But we freak out when we see these guys, and they jump 3 rounds, and it just cracks me up. And we do it every single year. Oh, in shorts, TJ Parker. It was funny for me to go back and watch McShay because I'm not going to lie, I didn't throw shade at him. I just went, what the hell are you looking at? Because I watched every rep of this kid. And then I went back and I caught up on what I missed while we were there, and I watched his progression of, I want him to be better than he is. And I went, there it is. Found it. I know exactly what you saw. I know exactly when this was. And that's why I respect Todd. Because he had said all these great things, and he said, okay, we got to back this down a little bit. And he admits when I missed something or I don't know something. A lot of guys just act like they know everything. And there's some guys in this class, I'm not going to lie, I don't know. Caleb Banks, your guess is as good as mine. I've heard top 10. I've heard third round. I don't know.
That's a wide swing.
I will tell you this. If we were getting into an all trash talk team, Caleb Banks is 1, 2, and 4. Because that dude pulls no punches whatsoever.
Ruthless.
He does talk a lot and then wind up on his ass, though. Ooh. Which those are fun. I'm going to mess you up. Oh, shoot. Looking like a turtle. Get up. I'm going to mess you up again. You didn't mess me up the first time.
Keep talking.
So, I mean, there are guys like that I'm not really sure.
Mm-hmm.
But I laugh every time I come back from the Senior Bowl and I look at all these guys and go, okay, let's play the game. Lose your mind about them.
Mm-hmm.
Put them a round higher than they should be. They'll be back to where they belong in a month. And you know why that happens?
Recency bias.
Recency bias is why they get floated up. Right. Why do they come back down?
Because everybody gets back into the tape and goes, oh, yeah, this guy was better before I saw that.
And where do we find that out? At the Combine.
At the Combine.
Because we all get together. We're all, having adult beverages at night, and we start talking about players.
Mm-hmm.
And after about the 7th guy that goes, I watched that tape, and he looked a lot better in shorts. Yeah, I know. I tried to tell you that a month ago. You just weren't listening. Maybe you're listening now. I've already broken down the tape. Yep. I know you were late to the party. You saw him in shorts and went, oh, my God, I get it. And I get why you do it. It's the most recent thing you've seen. And it's so funny, guys that don't go, how they get pushed down. That always cracks me up. I start seeing guys that were just consensus darlings. And I'm going to look at my list just to see if there's one that jumps off the page at me.
Mm-hmm.
So, we had all that. Like Lee Hunter. I had Lee Hunter at 40 before this ever started because I liked him a lot. So if you look down at defensive tackle, you had Lee Bailey that was, Lee Hunter, that was at the Senior Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
You had Caleb Banks at the Senior Bowl. Dominique Orange gets pushed down a round because Lee Hunter went up half a round. Make that make sense? He's not any different of a player than he was. You had Lee Hunter ahead of him anyway. Why do you start pushing these guys down just because you didn't see them? And God forbid you say you're going to be there and you don't show up. My God, you would think they murdered somebody's child in front of them. Cassius Howell, he's hurt. Like, legit, he's hurt.
Yeah.
So he accepted an invite. I've seen him in the middle of the 2nd round. And I thought I was kind of low on him.
All because he couldn't muster the strength to show up?
Because he wanted to make sure he's ready for the combine. Because how he runs is going to be really important. So he bails out. He didn't do some big Twitter message or a big Instagram post. And so everybody takes it as this slight. Like we go all the way to Mobile to see you, and you can't be bothered to show up. He couldn't be bothered to show up because he was hurt.
Right.
Garrett Nussmeier almost didn't make it. He didn't get cleared until like Friday. Before we started practices on Tuesday. He had to be there Sunday.
Is that an event like the Combine where even if you're hurt, you can show up and do other things?
No.
Like, do they do interviews and stuff like that? Okay.
The Senior Bowl is very strict about that. If you can't play, you can't be here.
So it's strictly practice. It's strictly going through the drills.
The Shrine Bowl is different. Now, at the Shrine Bowl, even if you're not selected to the team, as long as you were invited, you can be around so long as you can give some kind of medical excuse. Like Caden Proctor did that.
Yeah.
So he was around. And he talked to a handful of teams. I mean, we didn't really see him much. But he was there. Like, I know he was there. I can see him on the sideline. He looks like a modular house on the sideline. The Senior Bowl is super strict. They have, I think they do 114 players a year. For some reason, that number's in my head.
Then that makes even less sense to me.
But we do it every year.
Yeah.
I watch this happen every year. And then we rail on guys for when they leave early. Yeah. Like, there's no winning here. If you don't show up, go through 3 days of practice, and then play in that meaningless game, you're going to catch flack from somewhere. It's just so stupid. And then we forget about guys of, we just didn't see them. But we lose our mind about Rashawn Benny. Mm-hmm. Rashawn Benny's exactly where he should be. He's my number 3 defensive tackle in this class at the position he plays. Don't put him higher than that because it doesn't make any sense.
Mm-hmm.
But every year, I watch mock drafts. There's one that's on the NFL's website right now where I'm looking at names going, I'm going to bet you wrote this on the plane home from Mobile. Because most guys leave Thursday night, so they saw that last practice, and I can always see the names of, yep, that dude was Garrett Nussmeier. That dude was really good on Thursday. Weird. He jumped a half a round minimum in every one of these because the last thing you saw.
Yeah.
Just RELAX.
That is weird because that is exactly the way I feel every time I go to Bear's Smokehouse Barbecue because the most recent thing I've had from there is the best thing I've ever had from there. It's unreal how I can go get the pulled pork, I can get the brisket, I can get a bear bowl that's got the mac and cheese and the cornbread and the meat all in it, and somehow I'm going to forget something. Somehow I'm going to forget how awesome that fried chicken sandwich is. I'm not kidding you. I never thought I'd have a fried chicken sandwich from a barbecue place and think it was one of the best fried chicken sandwiches I've ever put in my mouth, but it's a fact. Everything at Bear's Smokehouse Barbecue is awesome, and they will cater for your big game party. All you got to do is just get your order in by close of business today. They need to have it today. So go to bearsbbq.com. Make your order today. Go by 135 Cox Avenue, downtown on the South Slope. Check out the back alley bar. If you don't have a plan for the big game, you don't know where you're going to watch the action happen, go down to the back alley bar. They got all the TVs. They got all the libations. They got the best food around, and it is a comfortable atmosphere. Just pop yourself up on one of those couches. This is a good place where we can use that word. Plop yourself on one of those couches and just enjoy the atmosphere and the festivities. Bear's Smokehouse Barbecue. It's bearsbbq.com.
ESPN Asheville, your mountain weather forecast.
Not too bad of a Thursday afternoon. Sunshine winning, and it's sun over the next several days. We'll just mess around with temps a bit. 38 today and sunny. Tonight will fall back into the upper teens. Tomorrow mostly sunny, breezy, near 50. Saturday sunshine, cooler again, 40. But back up near 50 and mostly sunny on Sunday. From the Weather Channel, I'm Ray Stajic.
This report is sponsored by Appalachian Sitework Ready Mix Division.
Appalachian Sitework Ready Mix is here to help with new patios, extensions, and durable concrete solutions for every project. Local, family-owned, and dependable, that's Appalachian Sitework. You can learn more at appsiteinc.com.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
Trust is earned.
That's why I've stuck with Straight Talk. Same price since 2009 on Verizon's 5G network. Cause shoot, anyone can make a promise. Keeping it for years, that means something.
Now plans starting at $25 a month with 4 lines. Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Same price claim applies only to the base monthly price of our $45 plan from October 2009 to present.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free exit information kit. 800-707-8989. 800-707-8989.
Sports lives on the iHeartRadio app, the home of the Super Bowl 60 tailgate concert presented by NetApp. Big game coverage, the Winter Olympics from Milan, NBC's official audio partner, Fox Sports Radio, ESPN, and sports betting. Search sports on the free iHeartRadio app and listen now.
I'm Coley Duffy.
I'm Cody Ward.
And
we're the Chainsaw Brothers.
Actually, we're cousins. A few days after Helene, we was in the driveway having a couple beers, waiting on the power to come back on. And we heard so many people calling, needing trees removed, and couldn't afford it.
So I called my dad to borrow a chainsaw, and over the next few months, we cleared trees for our neighbors. Our business was born out of wanting to help Western North Carolina get back on our feet.
We are fully insured and licensed. We keep our promises, meaning if we say we're going to be there, we'll be there. In these parts, we live how we were raised.
When you call the Chainsaw Brothers, you're not a customer, you're family. We're good at what we do, and we do it for a reasonable cost.
For all your chainsaw needs, call the Chainsaw Brothers. 828-316-1013. Or find us on Facebook. See how we treat our family.
Are you still covered up with storm damage and debris?
Call us about our daily rates at 828-316-1013. That's 828-316-1013. We're the Chainsaw Brothers, and with our neighbors, we are Western North Carolina strong.
Woohoo! Did you know that Ingalls sells a huge variety of organic items? Or that they run their own dairy? Or that they only serve USDA choice and prime meat? Did you know that they have more local craft beer than any place else? Or that they have Energy Smart stores? Or that they professionally slice and package imported cheese from Europe? Did you know about their giant international aisle, local farm partnerships, curbside pickup, wine department? Or that they donate 3,956 meals a day to local food banks? Well, now you do. It's all in the bag. Ingalls. Low prices. Love the savings.
Welcome back into the Sportsocracy. It's ESPN Asheville. It's time for the most important message of the day.
Don't do crimes.
I don't know if we have to have a class. I don't know if this needs to be part of the registrar's job at the University of Georgia.
Big on RARs and rents.
The registrars.
Registrars.
That's right.
Registrants.
That's right. We'll be taking more registrants for the giveaway coming up in the program.
Entries.
I don't
Why
know.
can't we just call them entries?
I don't know. It's because that word's not stuck in my head. Registrars is in my head, and that's not a word, so I don't say that one, so I probably say the proper ones. Anyhow.
You ever just look around and go, how the hell did my life get to this point?
Like, who did I piss off to get this job? The University of Georgia has just a wonderful knack for finding well-rounded, well-disciplined young men. They're in the news again. And this time, it's a familiar name. Richard Seymour's kid is in trouble. And this time it wasn't in a car. I mean, at least I guess maybe that's a little progress. Or is it less progress because he was on foot when he got arrested? I don't know. London Seymour is a freshman at the University of Georgia, and he was arrested because him and 3 other dudes decided that they were going to do that kick-in-the-door TikTok trend in 2 of the UGA dorms. And according to the police, they say they busted 11 doors. Just destroyed them, I would imagine, because, well, I mean, I think Richard Seymour, he was a pretty big dude. I'm pretty sure London's a pretty big dude as well. 6'4", 305 pounds? Yeah, I think he could do some damage to a door.
That's a BDD.
So they're doing this stupid-ass TikTok trend where you just go up and kick a random door. And the Athens police, here's the thing. You're okay, so you go to a university in a town where the police do not screw around. Right? Athens police will bust you for speeding like that. And they have caught how many? 27 Georgia players in the last 2-3 years for speeding around campus. They're going to file charges. And they filed charges the hard way on old London. Because not only did they just go, hey, we're arresting you and we're going to charge you with felony destruction of property, they gave him a count for every friggin' door.
That's 11 felonies.
That's 11 felonies London Seymour is facing right now. Not good. Not good. Look, you got to be smarter than this. I just don't get it. I don't get why we are the magnet for all the dum-dums.
Well, because it's not exactly Yale. Hey, look, you know why I'm sensitive to it? Because you took the mantle from us.
From West Virginia?
No, from Florida State.
Florida State, yeah.
Florida State.
Free shoes.
Yeah, we don't go to Dillard's. We actually had to have that talk for many years. My story is about 29-year-old Olivia Clendenin. It's a very strange last name.
Clendenin, maybe?
Might be Clendenin. Could be Clendenin.
Mm-hmm.
Could be a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
Not really going to matter because her name is a number now. She went to a New Year's Eve party.
She's a secret agent, right?
Nope. Not 007. This has got a few more numbers, and it's registered to the state in which she lives, which would be the state of Ohio. She went to a New Year's Eve party. She just faced her first hearing in this particular case. She went to a New Year's Eve party, and, things are going swimmingly, getting ready to ring in the new year.
Popping off, if you will.
Club going up on a New Year's. Things are going great.
Getting jiggy.
And then she sees something that sends her into a blind rage.
Mm-hmm.
She goes to her Jeep Wrangler, grabs her concealed carry firearm, comes back into the house, fires 8 shots, striking an innocent bystander.
Oh.
What was the event that set her off?
Okay, it was either one of two things. Either someone double dipped a chip.
It was not that one, George Costanza.
Or her boyfriend was getting jiggy with it.
Her boyfriend indeed was doing something she didn't approve of.
Uh-huh.
But it wasn't with another female.
Uh-oh.
Because he wasn't getting jiggy with it. He was just talking to her estranged husband, which sent her into a blind rage, at which point she tried to kill the ex-husband. But apparently, her aim was not so true.
So boyfriend was getting the real 411 on this little chickadee he's hooked up with, and she didn't like it.
Well, here's the thing. I'm looking at the picture. She smiled in her mugshot, which is very strange.
That's off-putting.
She has the craziest of crazy eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that because I think I've dated those very eyes 3 times. Cigarettes wound up put out on my couch once. A fire was set with me in the house the second time, and the third one just tried to steal my will to live.
Mm-hmm.
I know those eyes. Those are non-forgiving eyes.
So we know she's a 10 on the crazy scale.
For sure.
Where's the other one?
She's over the Vicky Mendoza line.
Okay.
She's crazier than she is hot.
Okay.
You ain't bad. I understand how you got here, and we're getting further information.
All right. 7.5 to Jeremy's, probably a 9.5 in Tank's book. All right, let's go.
The prosecutor said...
Remember, I grade on a curve.
The victim had simply... availability. Greatest ability is availability. Prosecutor David P. Fornshell said the victim had... yes, that name's great.
He's not real.
No.
That dude's not real. David P. What'd you say?
Fornshell.
Fornshell.
In my head, he talks like Foghorn Leghorn. I see. What we have here is a failure to communicate. The victim had simply been invited to a New Year's Eve party, found himself in the middle of Clendenin's barrage of gunfire.
Miss Clendenin. We have had a failure to communicate. He then further went on to say,
Miss Clendenin may have started 2025 as a free person, but will spend the rest of 2026 and at minimum the decade thereafter incarcerated for attempting to murder at least one of her romantic interests. That's the funniest part of the story. They can't actually figure out which one she was shooting at.
Right.
They assume it's the ex-husband.
It's got to be.
It may have been the boyfriend.
But why?
Oh.
But why would you shoot the boyfriend for collecting information? He's just doing his due diligence.
I can tell you have not been faced with the side of this gun barrel many times.
No.
As one who has, I can tell you reasoning is not always present.
I feel like she walked by, she sees the two of them talking, she catches wind of something, and she hears that one phrase. Like, we all have that phrase. You've got that one thing in your relationship that you've ever fought about that if it comes up again, we gonna fight again. We fought about this 6 damn years ago, and I swear to God, if you say that word again, we're gonna fight about it again. And she heard him say that word.
I believed that hit a little close to home for Tank.
What? You don't have that? You don't have that one thing in your relationship y'all can fight about?
I think he had something in mind when he said that.
Oh, I most certainly did. She knows what it is.
No, not really.
And we don't go there. We don't talk about that. We don't talk about Fight Club.
No,
because when Fight Club comes up,
bad stuff
fighting's going to happen.
I am a man that once had a cell phone thrown at his head because I thought about talking to a girl at a bar. This is a true story.
Well, I mean,
no. I feel like you heard one thing and I said another. I was accused of thinking about talking to a girl at a bar. I didn't say I thought about it. I don't even remember who that particular female was. But in her mind, in my mind, I had thought about doing that right there.
And that was enough.
That's one of those times that you go, full Ralph Wiggum.
Yeah, I'm in danger. That you're a crazy person, and we're going to have to.
Most of my relationships ended when I went, certifiable, I see. I've seen this before. I don't like how this ends. This ends up with me bleeding, and I don't like that.
See, that is a problem in some relationships. See, the hot crazy scale, she may meet it at the beginning, but then by the end of it, that crazy's creeped up to a level that you're on the wrong side of the Mendoza line.
Gary Burt said, yeah, this is the same group that gets irate over what you did to him in a dream. I've had that happen more times than you could count.
You don't check my phone? I had one of those 2 days ago.
You know what you did.
Yeah.
I don't. Because I was asleep.
I do not.
I had a dream. Then that means that in my subconscious, I'm afraid you're going to do it in real life. Oh, sheep shearer. I am scared of that logic.
Yeah. Just stay away from crazy if you can.
That's why I
love
my wife.
The PSA of the day.
That's why I love my wife so much. She has none of that. She has never once gotten mad at me because she dreamed I did a thing.
That's luck.
100%.
That's luck right there.
That's the reason that I will hold on to her like grim death until my dying breath 4 years from now.
Because we've got a woman in the room right now, and I'm going to turn my head this way, and I'm going to go, have you ever gotten mad at him for something he did in your dream? Oh, she's – what? Now I'm mad. Now I want to fight again. Now I'm going to bring it up. I'm going to go home and bring it up just so we can fight.
And see, now Tank is on the wrong side of the Vicky Mendoza line.
Right.
See, now he's past the hot crazy scale because now he's way of which that was not a huge leap, but he is now crazier than he is attractive.
That's a very low bar for me,
100%. Tank didn't even have to jump. He thought about jumping, cleared it clean.
Yeah. Tank tipped the scale. He's a full 2.1 now.
David L. said, my wife thought I was cheating because her mom had a fortune teller that I was. That's one of those where Miss Cleo is going to meet Mr. Lawyer.
I don't think we can go down that path. I mean, that's a whole other set of illogic. Wait, that wasn't your brain telling you. That was somebody else making up, and then you believed it. Okay, well.
we're so far down this rabbit hole.
Who cares? There's a minute left of the program. We ain't getting to no more draft stuff.
We don't have enough time to talk about anything else. Super Bowl preview show tomorrow.
Yes.
You're wondering why we're not talking about the Super Bowl. It's because this only takes up a day. The funniest one I ever had, I was on a third or fourth date, and a girl told me that our astrological signs had synced. And that told her that our union had been blessed by the stars. And I, excrement you not, I said, weird. I got up. I said, I have to go to the bathroom. I took $200 out of my wallet, handed it to the waiter, and said, pick that up.
It just left.
Gotta go. Wow. Gotta go right now. Must immediately. We didn't drive together, so she was not stranded or anything like that. Nope, can't do that. Can't do it. Can't even kind of do it. Can't. Nope. Had another girl tell me in a past life we were lovers, and I went, well, in this one we're not going to be. So, because you are nuttier than a Chinese chicken salad. So I've got to go.
You know, I was mad before, but you just made me feel better about your dysfunctional relationships, the crazy women that you've been with.
I could write a book of just all of the...
Most certainly.
Just insane things that have been said to me.
Well, here's the thing.
Never been shot at, though. Hope to keep that. That record's 39 years going strong. Hope to get 39 more.
Mm-hmm. You're in the Sportsocracy. This is ESPN Asheville. Tomorrow's show may get just as weird, but I do promise we will talk about the Super Bowl.
Look, it's one day of content because I think this game is so straightforward. It falls on 4 different position groups. And tomorrow, we're also going to do a prop bet draft.
Yeah.
Which will be fun. We'll give you our best prop bets. We'll bet on the game. We'll do all the things. And you can come watch the game with us at 51 North Merriman Avenue. Village Sports, it's our official watch spot for all things Super Bowl related. Got a big table, got a big television. Sound will be up loud, drinks will be nice and cold. And Jeremy doesn't have to go far to get home.
Bingo. You're in the Sportsocracy. And this is ESPN Asheville.
ESPN Asheville. Your mountain weather forecast.
Not too bad of a Thursday afternoon. Sunshine winning, and it's sun over the next several days. We'll just mess around with temps a bit. 38 today and sunny. Tonight will fall back into the upper teens. Tomorrow mostly sunny, breezy, near 50. Saturday sunshine, cooler again, 40. But back up near 50 and mostly sunny on Sunday. From the Weather Channel, I'm Ray Stajic.
This report is sponsored by King's Hawaiian Sliders. Nothing brings friends and family together on game day like delicious King's Hawaiian Sliders. Bring them to the big game table and be the real MVP. Pick some up this weekend in the bakery or deli section of your local store. Football and King's Irresistible Hawaiian Sliders. There's nothing like it.
Your one stop for advertising? Call 844-844-IHEART.
Download to see if you qualify. Not all customers will qualify. Transfer fees may apply. No Albert subscription required. Albert is not a bank. Albert Instant Loans are issued by FinWise Bank, member FDIC. Not an actual client. Terms apply.
Kylie, what's wrong? I just got hit with a car repair bill. I'm behind on rent, and I feel like I can never save any money.
Have you tried the Albert app? Albert is your financial assistant, helping you find ways to save and create custom budgets to actually grow your money. Plus, you can get up to $10,000 for big expenses or advance up to $1,000 fast when you need cash right away.
Albert can get me up to $10,000?
Exactly. Albert spots you in a pinch and helps you grow your money in the long run.
I'm downloading Albert right now.
Download the Albert app and use promo code MOVE to borrow up to $10,000 for whatever you need. The Albert app helps you budget better and save more money so you reach your financial goals faster. Download the Albert app right now and use promo code MOVE to borrow up to $10,000. Use code MOVE to borrow up to $10,000.
Spice up the big game with a hot box from Dave's Hot Chicken.
Thanks to you, more than 50,000 teachers have been recognized for the amazing work they do in classrooms across America each and every day.
Speaking for all teachers, we don't do this for the recognition, but it's nice to get it sometimes.
iHeartRadio's Thank a Teacher, powered by Donors Choose.
It's always nice to know that we have a positive impact.
We're helping get teachers the resources they need to inspire the next generation.
It's the family, it's the student, it's the teacher and the school, and even the community, so it's a team effort.
Just go to iHeartRadio.com/teachers.
Whether you've got a dog in the fight or not, everybody likes to throw down for the big game, and there's no place like the Back Alley Bar at Bear's Smokehouse Barbecue on the South Slope in downtown Asheville. Kickoff is Sunday, February the 8th. Come watch the game, dig into legendary pulled pork, and feed your entire crew with a game day grub package. Perfect for 4 to 6 people, packed with ribs, sliders, wings, and 4 delicious sides. Great food, big screens, and a warm game day atmosphere you ought not miss. Go to BearsBBQ.com.
Sure, you know Appalachian Motor Coach is the official shuttle sponsor of the Living the Dream Tailgate Tour. But did you know that they can get you anywhere in style? Weddings, bachelor or bachelorette parties, corporate gatherings, family reunions, Appalachian Motor Coach makes the ride part of the fun. Luxury seating, climate control, and none of the stress of parking or driving. Appalachian Motor Coach gets you there relaxed, on time, and ready for the party. For more information, visit them at AppalachianMotorCoach.com. Appalachian Motor Coach, the best memories start on the ride.
All right, people, it's Valentine's Day. Everything has to be perfect. Cheers, Steph.
At Ingalls, we know that not every Valentine's Day is 4-star perfection, with string quartets and swanky restaurants.
My boyfriend bought me flowers.
That it's not the money you spend or the elaborate lengths you go to.
Happy Valentine's Day.
It just has to come from the heart. Ingalls, we're with you every step of the way.
This is J.W. Whitley, General Manager at Parks Ford of Hendersonville. Our value of commitment. Committed to you as our customers and the community that we serve. To do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Experience the Parks Promise today at parksfordhendersonville.com.
Clarissa sells WNC as the #1 team in Buncombe County. We have the customer service experience to assist you in achieving your real estate goals. Our team offers something that 90% of listings in our market won't have, Zillow Showcase. Check us out at clarissasellswnc.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Asheville's #1 sports station, ESPN Asheville, WPEK, W225CJ Fairview, WMXF Waynesville, an iHeart radio station, guaranteed human.